Striking. Hello.
Hey, we're back.
We are back. Welcome to the Loosely Related Podcast, episode 13. We're on 13.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky 13. It was Friday the 13th last week, so does that mean that we're going to have another crazy...
I hope not.
Well, no, because we're already set up.
We're good.
So we're fine.
Yeah,
Right.
and I have my plumbing is fixed. I have a new tank installed, and it works wonderfly.
It does.
I was crippled for about 3 days after doing it. My body
really
just
were.
was not in shape. I don't know why. I felt like I had run a marathon with like all of your Bangladeshi kids attached to my legs.
Yeah,
with
pretty
the
much.
porcupines
Yeah.
attached as well.
Exactly. Anyway, so we're back. It's September 21st, 2019. And as always, I'm joined by my hosts. You got Rob over here. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, everybody. What's up, guys?
And I'm joined by Joe, my dad, over
Hey,
here. And
welcome to the show, as I
Sorry,
said
Dad.
already.
Yeah. And then we got our producer in the back, Brian.
Behind the glass,
Hey,
Mr.
welcome
Brian.
again, everybody.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, so we got, you guys can't see it, but we do have something new this week. Dad, you want to tell them our little new thing we got this week?
Yes, I think we're every week we try to upgrade something. You know, either the table or just me. There's not really much to upgrade with me, but we try from time to time. And we put lights in, and we get new microphones. And Rob, gets a different hat on. Now he's wearing actually my Giant sweatshirt because it's a little chilly. But what we got now, and you can't see it, it's not part of the shot, but it's a new camera. So we're
Brand
opening
new
this
video camera.
It's a video camera instead of a DSLR camera.
Yep.
We were using Brian's great camera.
But
It's just annoying to use.
Exactly.
Yeah, because for some reason they put a 30-minute record time limit for no reason.
Right.
It's dumb.
Yeah,
but you know what's crazy, Dad? You actually found out something pretty recently about, there actually is a reason behind it, right?
Yeah, there's actually a law for the DSL cameras.
A DSLR camera.
DSLR camera is that they're cameras. They're basically, just shoot and point and shoot type cameras.
Yeah.
And reporters would bring them into courtrooms and use them in courtrooms then they had the video capability. They made a law to prevent them from recording longer than 30 minutes. So it's actually a law.
That's crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense because it's like you can, like we do here, when you get 30 minutes, you just start it and stop it again. So you can just continuously record kind of anyway. So I don't understand that law, but there's plenty of laws that don't make any sense.
True.
Right?
I heard that the reason that it was the 30 minutes was because nobody has more than really 5 minutes of interesting conversation to be had, and you need a reminder to shut up sometime.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be.
Maybe that.
I just hope that that's not the case with our podcast.
I hope not.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because now we have something that can record for 2 hours straight on 1080p. So if we only have a 5-minute conversation, man, that's not good.
Well, you know what's going to happen?
That's not going to be good.
It's going to be like now we have a documentary and everyone's going to be like, oh, that's why they only do hour and 15 minutes because outside of that, they're the most boring people on planet Earth.
Yeah.
They're only good in hour and 15-minute intervals.
Well, we could do. You know what we could do is we could go instead of having an hour and almost a half episodes all the time, and we get 13 episodes so far. We could just do 5-minute episodes. We'd probably have 300 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Exactly.
But
with
get
our
there a lot
luck,
faster than that number that I'm shooting for.
Yeah. With our luck, we always make that joke about how we always start so late. Even doing a 5-minute episode, we're going to start the episode at 10 a.m. Okay, it's now 12 midnight, and we're only supposed to shoot 5 minutes. So yeah.
But this time was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
It
was good. It was pretty good.
I came down earlier and made sure everything was kind of set up and ready to
Right.
go, and so we were
That's
ready to
pretty much
take
it.
off. I think.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Right away. It's the quickest start time.
Quickest
to,
start time,
set up to
probably.
start,
Pretty much.
Yeah, which
So
is good. We're getting better. Each episode we get better,
Yeah.
and then we, figure out where we suck, and then we go, okay, we can fix that. That's good.
So why don't you mention where, since you guys reminded me, remind everybody where they can find us.
Oh, look
Did
at
I
that!
put you on the spot?
No, you actually because did I remind? I reminded you
I
last
forgot,
episode for
but
that,
I
you-
meant to
okay.
do it, but
you know what?
yeah. So.
Fair is fair. Yeah, no, please, if you guys, if you like what we do here, you like our show, you can find us at looselyrelatedpodcast.com. And on our website, you can find all of our links to, you can find us on Twitter at LRPOCAST. That's LRPOCASTS. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Google Play Music, and you can find us on YouTube. Oh, and also Instagram. Like we said last episode, we actually have an Instagram now.
Brand new.
That's
and
a good
we're growing.
one.
We're growing in followers.
We are growing in followers.
We're growing. It's the trend.
Slowly
We're
but
trending
surely.
up. We're trending up.
Slowly trending
In like
up.
another 100 years, we should have like 40 followers by
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the other thing is supposed to be iHeartRadio. We mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
But for some reason, I don't know. We have. To
I
check
have
it
no
out.
idea what's
I
going
put
on
the
with
feed into them.
I
but
think we
for
pissed
some
somebody
reason-
off.
We
I don't
on
know.
our radio.
Because remember I said like we're going to lose a sponsorship? That was the first
Yeah,
person.
Maybe
that was the first one.
But I don't know why we would lose them because I love iHeartRadio.
Because
I
the
listen to them all
first time
time
you ever mentioned it, I was like, "Oh yeah, iHeartRadio, so exclusive,
Yeah.
super
That was it.
exclusive."
Well,
Joe loves iHeartRadio.
From what
it's
I
a little on the nose.
No, but from what I understand, I
iHeartRadio.
read something somewhere during the week that's the most popular podcast platform of all of them.
Yeah, you probably read that on iHeartRadio's
Yeah,
website.
it might have been their website. Yeah.
Why
That's
we're
like when
the
they
best.
say the world's best cup of coffee. It's like,
Yeah.
really?
That's
World's-
on
You
every
did
diner
it.
in Manhattan, on every other block. The world's best, the nation's best, the greatest tasting.
Congratulations, you did it! World's best cup of coffee.
Elf. It's so funny. I hate when they do that stuff. Like I hate it when they do it with pizza. I love pizza. It's probably my favorite food.
The most obnoxious thing was I lived in Boston for 3 years,
Oh, yeah,
and there was
right.
a freaking pizza place right near my college called New York Pizza. It was the biggest piece of shit I had ever went to.
Not even
when
close
it comes
to
to
actual
pizza.
New York
Oh my
pizza,
god,
yeah.
it was the worst pizza I've ever had
Yep.
in my life.
Well, that's
New York
why I never
pizza.
The
said
cheese was
Boston
wrong.
Pizza. He
The
wouldn't
sauce
even go
was
in.
wrong.
Yeah.
The pizza slices were too big, so you got a
Exactly.
crappy piece, and you had to finish it. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
It's crazy when you go to New York City how much better the pizza is. It is nuts. Like I visited my friends in Staten Island fairly recently, and even in Staten Island, we got pizza that night. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's so much better.
Yeah,
I don't
every time
get
I go
it,
to the
man.
city to see my family, every time I always get pizza.
Yeah,
Like,
I love
every
that
single
stuff,
time.
man.
Yeah. I don't go to the city enough.
I don't.
I haven't been down there in a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't been in the city. I don't
Yeah,
remember
that's
the last
because
time
you
I
were
was there.
banned.
Well, I could have been banned. It's possible. I
Well, you were banned because you kept trying to play Pokemon Go in like all of like the
walking
places you're
down the
not
middle of
supposed to
yeah,
be.
probably.
That's
Times
like trying to
Square.
sneak
Yeah.
into like the UN General
what? That's
Assembly.
why-
There's a Charizard over in the UN Assembly.
Yeah.
That's where you get the most
Team
rare
Rocket
Pokemon.
was in the Pokestops.
I almost got run over by a bicycle guy in the bike lane. When I was
Did you
doing-
really?
Yeah, and he was like, "Get out of the way! Stop playing
Out of the park
Pokemon."
lane.
And but yeah, we went down with Maddie. That's when it was big when it first
When
came out.
Pokemon Go was big.
It was really big, and like everyone was playing it, and there was like lemmings all over the place, just like playing Pokemon, like in the corners of the street, everywhere.
Everyone was doing it, including yourself.
Complete, yeah. And I was like sucked into that whole Pokemon thing too. And
We all were.
we were down in the city,
Absolutely.
and we're down by 42nd Street and Times Square and stuff, and walking up the street, and just there's people everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's probably the last time I went to visit the city, and I don't remember any of the city because I spent the entire time
Looking down at
my
your phone.
Right.
and not getting killed by running over by taxis
Right.
and stuff. But
Hats off
Yeah,
to
that was
that,
like
though.
a-
I mean, that was a phenomenon.
That
Yeah,
was
it
a
was.
great.
people
I
still
mean,
do it.
Even the
Yeah.
thing is, I mean, how can you get that many Americans at any given time outside of their house walking around?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I
pretty
said,
impressive.
man.
Yeah.
That did happen.
Yeah,
Right?
it
Recently,
did.
we were just talking about it. So I don't know if you guys heard this on the news, but about between 40 and 200 people showed up in Nevada at the gates
Oh, at
of
the
Area
Area
51.
Oh, yeah.
For
yeah.
the Area
Yeah.
51. It happened.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
You either have to create some kind of crazy
What
phenomenon
kind of
app,
Pokemon are there?
or you go ahead and you introduce something like, "Hey, you know that place Area 51? Yeah, we're gonna all storm it. Who wants to come?" Next thing you know,
Yeah.
you got 2 million signatures on Facebook.
Exactly. And guess what? They stopped us.
And they really did.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. It's like, I mean, there's like all kinds of those like phenomenons. Like you're capitalizing on that. Like Pokemon was obviously huge, and then everybody. It was like a lot of it. I feel like was a lot of nostalgia. Like I know for me, I hadn't played Pokemon in forever. Obviously, when I was a kid, card collecting and all that.
Yeah,
and then
card
Pokemon
collecting
Go
was
comes
kind of-
out.
When you were a kid, there was a lot of things like that. When I was
Yeah,
a kid,
well, even the TV shows were bigger when I was a kid too. So then, but then you get older and that's it. And then all of a sudden, Pokemon Go comes out, and you're like, holy crap, this is actually like a really cool thing. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you're back into something that you were into when you were like 8 or 9,
Yeah.
and you're 25 years old playing something.
25.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm saying me. I know, but I'm saying
yeah,
for
but
me,
I was
like,
like
that.
54 when it came out. I
Yeah.
think. Something like that.
Exactly.
And I was out there with everybody too. I was insane.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, the big thing with baseball cards, we used to trade
Yeah.
baseball cards. You know,
Right.
I mean, that was the big There was
Yeah.
no like today. It seems like people are just looking for things that will excite them. You know what I'm saying? Area 51, Pokemon cards. Something comes out, people
Yeah.
just go get crazed over.
Well, that's
certain
because
things.
back day, all you had to keep yourself busy was like the fire that you started.
Yeah, no, the fire.
And,
yeah, we
you
when we were first learning how to do fires,
Yeah, right,
that was a very
exactly.
big craze.
Yeah.
Because
They
with
probably didn't even know it's fire. Like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
red light
Look
in
at
the
that.
sky.
It's a red sod god. Red sod god.
Yeah, they didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know what
Had
it was.
no idea.
We had no idea, but we knew that it was warm. We knew that we could stay warm with it, and we used it. We got a lot of use out of it.
You really did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, in terms of this episode, I know that one of the big things that we kind of wanted to talk about was, every week there's always seems like there's big news in different things, and it feels like I was making this joke last time. The last couple times that I hosted, I don't want the show to turn into a sports podcast, but it feels like every time I host, there's so much.
There's just too much sports news.
It's like every time it's my turn to host, there's like the biggest news in sports is like the week that I hosted it. I was like, well, I mean, we have to talk about it. It would be like, imagine if we were just sitting here all day and I just had like a monkey on top of my head and I just never addressed it. Like just the whole episode, just talk normal, and I just had a monkey there. And
that's only because you left the monkey upstairs in your room.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, I feel bad. But
if you want, I can go get it and bring him. And can put it on, and we could talk about that.
Well, no, because he's keeping an eye on all the porcupines.
Oh,
so it's all
okay.
Good.
He's watching.
Someone's
the
gonna
kids.
watch it.
He's watching the kids.
But so the big news this week was, obviously Rob is wearing our Giants apparel.
Yeah,
the big news
he's
for
the only one.
Giants
We should all be wearing
fans,
stuff.
especially Giants fans, was that Eli, this is essentially the end of Eli Manning's career as a Giants quarterback.
Yes,
right?
it is. Changing of the guard.
Yeah, it's a big deal for Giants fans. Obviously, he was our quarterback since 2004. So that's like a 15-year career, basically.
15.
Give or take.
Yeah.
He didn't play a lot in the beginning.
No,
what did we get? Half a season? No, we didn't.
Yeah,
We did get
He played in the 7th
Kurt,
game. Kurt
Warner.
Warner.
Kurt Warner played the
Was
first
playing.
season and then half of the second season. I think
something
it
like
was.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I forget the first 4 seasons of Eli because there was nothing worth remembering.
Yeah, right.
Just like basically the last 4
And the last
seasons.
4 seasons, I was going to say, just
He
the middle
really-
third.
He's super consistent. When I say consistent, if you just count his regular season games, just regular seasons,
Yeah.
he's 116. He's a 500 quarterback.
Wow.
Really?
Is
You
he
should
really?
see some of the names of people who are far better than
Yeah.
him. Like, what
Oh.
the hell?
Yeah, I
was like-
believe it.
I mean,
For-
to give some context, Tom Brady, I'm just looking at it now.
Yeah.
Just this only counts, of course. I don't think you can really talk about Eli if you're a Giants fan or
And
not
not,
without
man.
talking about his playoff runs. 'cause
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
really-
of course.
That's what you hang your hat on.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
But if you went to regular seasons, Tom Brady has a win record of 209 and 60 losses. His percentage is 777.
Wow.
That's definitely godlike.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
that's-
I mean, we already knew
crazy.
Tom Brady was that great.
Right, of
but-
course.
but-
Which really puts the fine point on the fact that Eli Manning's the Brady Slayer.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
Yeah,
Twice.
they ruined the perfect season.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you have that, but then
That's
even
crazy,
around his to put on the other side, let's see.
Yeah.
You have people who have 585% Matt Ryan.
Oh, wow.
641 Aaron
Huh.
Rodgers.
Okay.
582. Joe Flacco has a better record.
Wow.
Really?
That's sad.
Wow.
But
that
he won't-
actually
if he
pretty
keeps
interesting.
Alex
playing-
Smith has a better record. Russell
Yeah.
Wilson has a far better record.
Yeah.
Cam Newton has a better record. I can go on and on.
Yeah,
Andy
right.
Dalton has a better record.
Dude, it's
That's
crazy,
pretty
man.
pathetic.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Wait,
think
Andy
of-
Dalton has a
That's-
better
that's
record,
right.
seriously?
He's played a lot less games.
That's regular-
He's got 67 and 52, but a 562 is better than 500.
That's absolutely
during
insane.
regular
That is
season?
pathetic.
That's all regular season.
All regular
throughout
season.
That
the
is not
career.
good. I hope Blake Bortles doesn't have a better record than Eli
Blake
Manning.
Bortles, I don't know. But let's see.
That would be
maybe.
terrible.
Can't-
I think that I don't know. Like for me, I know that as a Giants fan, I think for me, it's always the playoff run. And like you said, Rob, obviously,
Right.
we
That's
have a
what you
lot of
remember.
our favorite moments of Eli. I think a lot of them probably occurred in the playoffs. There's the occasional awesome regular season. Like my dad and I were talking the other day about how during the regular season for a while there, Eli Manning was like the 2-minute drive, fourth quarter comeback
fourth quarter
master.
guy, yeah, he
for
was.
like a while, like a good 4 seasons or
That's
whatever.
true. No, he definitely had that moniker that he was like the fourth quarter master.
You know, he did. He was doing that for a while, and then that stopped.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did
that
stop.
doesn't happen
Unfortunately.
anymore.
But I
But-
think going to the point we're talking about the playoffs,
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, there's 2 huge reasons. I'm sure this has been mentioned a multitude of times why
Yeah.
he's lasted so long.
Right.
Yeah.
One, he's royalty. He
Yeah.
comes from Manning's.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, true.
And the
Right.
other thing is because, and I know we've all said it, everybody at this table has said at one point, we can eke into the playoffs. Once we get to the playoffs, Eli's coming alive.
Yeah,
Once we
right.
get to the playoffs,
Right.
Eli's coming alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not making it to the playoffs.
No,
we
definitely
haven't
not
made it in
making
the
it
last
to the
6
playoffs.
Yeah,
7
exactly.
years.
And
Exactly.
when you look back, and when we
Sure.
talk about Eli, and as a Giant fan, and I've been a Giant fan for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you were
Eli's-
a fan of the original Giants, like Giants.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Like
well,
Giants.
yeah, they were
That's-
Giants. Remember?
that's
Do you
right.
remember biblical story of
Yeah.
I think it was Samson.
Yeah, it was Joe and
Samson?
Goliath.
Yeah.
Goliath.
I thought
Samson.
you were talking
Goliath was
about
like a
Joe and
friend.
Goliath.
Well, yeah, and
Well, Goliath stole your thunder. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to pretend to be that guy." He just had a better publicist.
yeah,
That's all it was.
So like I've been a Giant my whole life.
You've been a Giant.
I've been a Giant fan my whole life.
You're a Giant in my heart.
I've been a Giant
You
in my
are.
mind for my whole life, but
That forehead's a giant.
So as a Giant fan, I'd have to say, and somebody asked me this at work the other day, who do you think Eli was the best quarterback the Giants have ever had? And I had to admit, I had to say yes.
yeah. I think I would agree.
Based at least in my lifetime, people may compare him to Phil Simms. Now, Phil Simms was a good quarterback. He was he was good. I think he definitely threw the ball better than Eli did.
I'm sure he did. Probably with both arms.
Yeah, right.
And, so yeah, as a quarterback for the Giants, I would say he was the best quarterback the Giants ever had. But you know, talking about Eli as Giant fans, there's a big divide between like how people feel about him being benched for Daniel Jones. You're either for it or against it. Like there's no like you know what I mean?
You're either for or against.
No, but I'm saying like there's nobody who's like
that you just have mediocre feelings about.
Yeah,
it?
like
you
don't like you're either 100% like wow they did the wrong
There's
thing
no middle
or
ground,
100%
you're
did the
saying,
right thing. And I'm on the side where I think they did the right thing. I'm looking forward to Daniel Jones. I think that Eli Manning. Thank you very much for 2 Super Bowls. But it's time. I think you can't throw the ball past 10 yards anymore accurately.
There's always a time.
And you're getting people killed. You're throwing the ball in places where you're going to kill your players. You almost took out Eli Manning.
Well,
we've been saying that for a couple seasons
I could definitely say that I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that I think with Eli, it's sort of like what have you done for me lately kind of a thing.
Yeah,
right?
it
That's
is.
sort of
It's always like
the
that.
whole
Like,
But
idea.
I mean, they gave him a
goes
lot
without
of time.
saying.
I mean, he's not the only quarterback with no line. I'm not saying Russell Wilson's a giant killer or nothing, but he has no O-line. He still wins games.
He's no O-line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that Eli Manning was so immobile was maybe part of the reason why he wasn't great, because he didn't have a good O-line. Like I would love to have seen what like Russell Wilson probably could have done wonders with the Giants O-line because he escapes everything.
That was a big split too on like Giants fans. I know is that people were arguing like is it Eli or is it the offensive line?
Yeah.
Which one is the problem?
Right.
And I know a lot of people were saying Eli, and I think that's what's kind of led to the Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
again, that's another argument people have. They defend
the O-line is terrible.
They defend Eli.
Or maybe not
that.
so much
But
anymore.
I mean,
I think
this
it is
year,
good now.
I think that's probably one of the considerations. Is it looks at least in the small sample we have. I mean, there's
very
not much,
small sample.
I would say it looks like they were holding up. Eli did have some time in the pocket.
Yeah, he definitely
yeah.
did. I just think the biggest problem for me, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. I was saying that his downfield throws or just his deep passes might not be there anymore.
No, they're not.
What
Hell
deep
no.
passes?
Yeah, I legitimately
when he
question.
does throw them, he like this past game, I think it was it was one of the Latimer going down the sideline.
He's out, by the way.
And
is he
Cody
really?
Latimer?
Is he the one who got clobbered? He was going down the sideline.
No, that was Benny Fowler.
All right, Benny Fowler's going down the side, and he had a play. I mean, there was two defenders on him, but he had them both beat by at least a half a step. And Eli threw the ball where he had to slow down to catch the ball, and in doing so, the guy just clobbered both of them.
Right.
Him. They just clobbered him.
And
he got up looking like Joe Montana when Joe Montana got hit by Leonard Marshall and Lawrence Taylor in that one play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I thought he was done.
I definitely think that.
If he had just led the ball, he would have had a touchdown.
I don't want to spend the whole time shit talking Eli because I do. Because honestly, I gotta
ask
my whole
questions here, man.
My whole thing was this. This is what I didn't mean to have it turn into a sort of negative thing because no matter what, at the end of the day, I think we definitely have a lot of great moments in Eli's
Super
career.
Bowls.
So one of the things I kind of wanted to do for my host this week, at the end of the day, no matter how much, and I listen, I've done my fair share of shit talking Eli in the past, but
all fans do.
I sort of have pulled up like different lists of like the different Eli Manning, like the best moments from Eli Manning's career, and I just thought it would be kind of fun to maybe just go back and like reminisce on them, see if we can really like remember what those were like.
Yeah.
And because like there were those great moments for all those
there
terrible
definitely
passes.
was. He gave us a lot of great moments
There was a
again,
lot of
Eli.
good
Don't get
things.
me wrong. I think, like I said, I think you were the best quarterback we ever had.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure he appreciates that. You're talking directly
Yes.
to Eli now, Dad?
Hopefully.
He might be. I
directly
think
to
Eli's
Eli.
probably working on opening his podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he's doing right now. He's trying to watch us to get tips.
Yeah.
Eli Manning, talking about a guy he was the Walter Payton Man of the Year in 2016. I mean, this is a guy that I think definitely he was a good dude too. From what I understand, a lot of people seem to have done that.
Look how he's handling this right now.
Yeah.
He's been all class.
Yeah.
Right, he has been with the Daniel Jones thing, right? So anyway, I have I have a little list here of different things. Some of them I'm sure we will remember. Other ones, maybe not so much. But I know
I
one
guarantee I won't remember a damn thing. Like,
I know.
That's all right, Brian.
One of the big ones that I had actually kind of forgotten about was that there was the one time, which is where he kind of began his whole, fourth quarter comeback thing. There was that in 2016, the Giants had basically a 17-point fourth quarter deficit against the Eagles. They came back and won, and I mean that was just like insane. They had actually come back. And I don't remember the game, but like it just goes to show. It's like I'm sorry, it was actually in 2006. I apologize.
Yeah, I was going to say 2016.
Yeah, right. No, I'm sorry, in 2006.
Yeah.
And they went into they wound up tying it. They went into overtime, and they won it in overtime. I remember that was Eli threw it to Plaxico Burress. That was the year before it went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. They walk-off touchdown to win the game, and it's just like that. I remember. Do you remember when there was the one Redskins game where it was Redskins-Giants? They go to overtime, and they were like on like the 87-yard line, and it was like, oh man, this is not looking good. Of course, the Redskins had come up and they had tied it. Oh, it actually wasn't overtime yet. It was a fourth quarter, but it was going overtime. Like the Giants blew this win. Obviously, it's going to be a 3 now.
And
it was like
39.
And then Victor Cruz, just like on a slant
blew
route, Eli saw him, and he caught it, and he just
went right to the house.
Off 87
I remember
yards,
that. That was one of the best plays that Victor Cruz had in his career. That's a highlight reel.
It's funny because a lot of these moments you could almost say, oh, is it Victor Cruz? Is it Odell Beckham Jr.? Was it Plaxico Burress? But at the end of the day, you still have a quarterback that's, a part of these great plays. Like even the Odell Beckham Jr. catch, at a certain point, you have to think to yourself, obviously Odell Beckham Jr. is an amazing wide receiver and he has incredible hands.
Sure.
But Eli still launched that ball where it had to go. I mean, and there's a lot of quarterbacks who probably would have overthrown it and done that.
No,
that was a great moment.
He's had.
There was definitely times where he put it like right in the bread basket.
Yeah, there was times where he could look really
over the arm throws, perfect fade routes.
Right.
And a lot of times you could see where it was the inconsistency of his new wide receivers.
Yeah.
When he got with somebody who had been playing for a while, look how many tight ends this guy made.
Yeah, right. He made a lot of tight ends.
That were like, who are these people?
Yeah.
I mean, the only one that he had who had any like going in already had a reputation was Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah,
and
that
he
was
good, but he never lived up to that hype
But
reputation.
I think
that he had
even
coming
then
out of
Eli
college.
made him better because after he left Eli, he
was
nothing. He was
really.
nothing. Yeah.
A lot of guys like that. Like one was like Jake. Was it Boss? The guy.
Boss.
Yeah,
he was great. And then he left and went to the Raiders, and he was nothing.
Ballard was
another
Ballard
one.
was another one. He was on a Super Bowl team.
And then even some so-so wide receivers like Steve Smith looked awesome when he was with Eli.
Yeah, right.
After Eli.
Yeah.
So
and even he has, I think, right now one of the best tight ends that he's had in his
probably in his
career.
If not, maybe the best in his career.
But you can tell this is where I think he may be losing a little bit because he has such great talent in him, and he doesn't utilize him. Like in the last game, he didn't utilize him hardly at all.
He's probably running the wrong routes on purpose so he doesn't get concussed.
Because
remember, it was last year. I don't know what was it last year, or the year before when all the Giants were receiving core and the tight end.
It was last year.
That was that was 2 years ago. I think, right?
He was putting them. I think it was 2 years. He was putting people in precarious positions all the time. Like you were saying earlier, Jay. They're up reaching.
Yeah, OBJ when he went up for that pass, he was running and it was a slant pattern, and all he had to do was hit him in stride, and he would have been gone. He had to jump up, get the ball, and the guy took his legs out. It was the end of Odell Beckham.
When you have to see somebody turn around and come back to the ball,
it's a scary thing.
It's
so funny. Speaking of Odell Beckham Jr., my dad's talking all his shit about Odell Beckham. Did you see he comes back to MetLife Stadium, not against the Giants, against the Jets, but he has like his best career game ever in MetLife Stadium on a different team.
On the Browns.
It was like on the Browns.
On the Browns.
I don't know if it was his best game, but he did have his longest ever career touchdown catch. He had an 89-yard touchdown catch. I was just laughing. Dad's been shit talking him all this whole year.
It's tough when you see a great talent who has off and on the field issues.
Yeah, right.
But he leaves your team. There's a lot less. Well, what are you buying for that player? You're like, oh, go F yourself.
Yeah, but even then, I think after that play, he made some kind of comment after the show.
He did. What did he say? In an interview, I actually watched. I don't know. It's so funny because I don't ever watch the after game interviews, but I just happen to stick around. And of course, the first person they go to interview, they literally ran to Odell Beckham and they ask him, "So how do you feel about that win and your big play?" He goes, "Listen, you know what? I've lost too many games in this stadium, so I really know how it feels to actually win one here." And it was obviously taking a shot at the Giants,
Yeah.
obviously doing that. I was like, wow, man.
Yeah, whatever.
You lost games there? Wait. Okay, so it wasn't like your team. So like you had nothing to do with it, right? You didn't drop that wide open touchdown pass in the playoff game against the Packers that would have been a touchdown and could have maybe saved our game, right? It's it's guys like
literally
that.
Can't stand athletes like that. It's like ugh.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
those like type A personalities.
Yeah.
Who like never hear
Me,
no
me,
in their
me.
life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Money,
we're
money,
seeing this-
money.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're
Right.
going to talk about him soon, but AB, same issues.
Well, that's the whole
Yeah.
thing,
Even
right?
worse. Oh my gosh.
I mean, you could make the
Even
argument
worse.
that half the reason why. So Antonio Brown, for those of you who don't know, we've been talking about him on the podcast. He was officially now released, and I'm not. And again, this is a new part of the story. I know it sounds like the same story, just being
That's so
repeated.
true.
This is a new development. He was released by the
nuts.
Patriots yesterday, and again, I think part of it in this particular instance, I mean, obviously it's a crime, but he basically went ahead and it was almost like, I don't know if it's considered witness intimidation or whatever it's called, but it's essentially the second accuser,
witness
he
tampering.
message her. Like,
Menacing text
I think it's
saying
like
menacing
tampering
text
with a
messages.
witness or like
Yeah,
tampering
something
with
like that.
evidence.
Which
Showed
again, it's
them-
like, it just
took pictures of the kids.
of the
and
kids.
stuff.
I mean, they were Instagram photos, but
does
it's
that?
just like, dude,
does
what are
that?
you thinking?
You've got to be a complete brain dead moron to think you're
to
going to
do
get
something
away
like
with that.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
You know
It's
what this
really
reminds me of?
crazy.
Well, oh my God, I hate to even say this, but what's his name? Gonzalez. Remember the tight end from?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
the
Tony
Patriots?
Gonzalez. Oh no, Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, I'm
Aaron
sorry, Hernandez. Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Tony Gonzalez was a good tight end for the Falcons.
Yeah. Everyone makes that joke about the Patriots love taking guys that are, like liars and cheaters and murderers
Beaters.
and and like all of that. But anyway, I mean, it goes to show that whole thing. But obviously, Eli also did a lot with players that were really not necessarily even known for being great. Think about David Tyree. Obviously, the big
The
play
helmet
from his
catch.
career is the helmet catch. David Tyree was an
Helmet
average
catch.
wide receiver. He was
Yeah.
nothing crazy. And
I'm
mean,
sure he
like,
only played another year after
Yeah.
that because that was like a thank you for that amazing
yeah,
miraculous-
seriously. You know what's funny? Also, everyone kind of forgets this. David Tyree had a touchdown catch earlier in the game.
Right.
Yeah,
I
actually,
didn't remember
he
that.
had the first touchdown
Yeah.
catch. So you know what's kind of funny? There was a documentary that was made. David Tyree caught that touchdown, and normally you get to keep it when you catch a touchdown in the Super Bowl. He had to give it back to the ref for some reason, but that same ball that he caught for the touchdown was the same ball that Plaxico Burress caught for his touchdown, the game-winning
Really?
touchdown. So
The fade
Plaxico
route to
Burress
this, yeah.
kept that one. So David Tyree
Oh, no
doesn't
kidding.
even have
Wow.
the football from his only touchdown
Wow.
catch in the Super
That's
Bowl.
probably why he set him up to shoot himself in the leg at a club.
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
like,
his setup. He's
I gotta
like,
get
give me
outta
that
here.
ball.
I gotta get out of here.
Shoot yourself in the leg, Plaxico.
But I mean, like, he did that, and then
Earlier in the 38-yard bomb to Mario Manningham.
Mario Manningham,
Right.
that's the other big
Yeah.
one, right?
When they were
Obviously,
down
yeah,
17, 15 or something.
yeah,
like
they
that.
were.
Yeah.
Actually, have it right here. Let's see.
And
It's
I don't know if
actually-
this is true,
number
Joe.
2.
Maybe somebody could tell me. I don't
Yeah.
know if this is folklore that's just been added to it.
Yeah.
But apparently, during that time, somebody said that was reported that Bill Belichick actually said force him to go to Mario Manningham.
Really?
Like to,
Oh,
because
shit.
they thought he wouldn't be able to get to him.
Yeah.
Because he
Alright.
was the least talented, I
Right.
guess. On
Yeah.
it.
That's
I don't know
exactly
if that's
right.
true.
No,
but
it is
that's
true.
what I heard.
It is true.
Yeah, it is true. You
I
were
remember
there?
that.
You
I
were there?
actually remember
a
that.
38-yard bomb to him.
Yeah.
And it was
I actually
38
remember
yard
that
bomb.
happened.
Yep.
And you couldn't make a more perfect throw.
Rob, did you remember it was 38 yards, or you have it pulled up right there?
No, I remember that.
That's crazy. He's exactly right. It's exactly a 38-yard
It was almost
pass.
40
That's awesome,
yards.
man.
I remember something like
That's
that.
awesome. Yes, obviously that was the big one. Obviously the big one from his career, made his career, was the David Tyree. But what's so crazy about it is that the catch is amazing. People like really underestimate. Eli Manning was never known as like an escapability quarterback, but
Zero
he
escape.
literally got away from
He
some
broke
of the
so
best
many.
pass rushers.
I couldn't believe
Teddy
what was
Bruschi, all those guys, and he literally
He was swarmed. Remember that?
swarmed.
All you saw was the major all over.
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Even Joe
All
Buck
over
on the if you go back and watch Joe Buck's like, and Eli is going to be taken. No, he got out of it.
We gotta watch it. I
Everyone's
cannot watch
crazy.
that enough. I've
Yeah.
watched that run on DVD so many times.
Yeah, same.
So many. It's just like, and that. You're so right, Joe. Because here's a guy who's not known at all for his capability.
Yeah.
Who breaks out of the impossible. It's
Right.
like he's like, I don't give a crap. I'm not going down.
Exactly.
And then he hurls this insane. And no, I don't think anyone can say it wasn't some luck. The man caught off a helmet.
Yeah, of course.
But
Absolutely.
there was a million ways that could have not
That
went
could have
right.
went.
Oh,
Yeah, that
100%.
was definitely
To
luck.
even give him a shot.
Of course, luck plays into those
To
things.
everybody.
And
Yeah,
I've always
of
said, and
course.
people get mad at me when I said, I think that
No.
that year the Giants, they won 9-7 during the regular
Yeah.
season, and
No,
they
no,
were
no,
heading for a terrible record.
That was
11
2012. 2012 was when they were 9-7. In 2008, they were 10-6, which I mean, whatever.
Okay.
But, 10-6. But I know what you're saying.
Patriots going into the playoffs.
They did. Yeah,
but they won their last 5. Was that in 2007 when they won their last 5 games? That's when they all of a sudden came on strong.
No. So that
again,
was
am I
also
confusing that
2012.
again? See, my mind's going.
It's more recent. No, it's all good. No, because you know why? Because they're so similar seasons.
Yeah, they really were very similar.
They were. The 2007 was when, like Rob just said, they actually played the Patriots in the last game of the season.
Yeah, I went to that game.
Obviously, the Patriots were undefeated, but they only lost 38-35.
Wow.
And I remember, like, there's a documentary, if you ever want to watch it. It's a 30 for 30 short. It's actually directed by Spike Lee. It's great.
Okay.
It's only a half an hour.
No kidding.
But they actually interviewed one of the people, was Rodney Harrison. One of the great, he was like one of the greatest cornerbacks.
Right.
Or was he a cornerback or a safety? I don't know.
I think cornerback.
But anyway, the point is that they interview him, and I remember he, on the documentary, talks about how at the end of that game, he walked into the locker room, and he was like one of the captains. He said, we got to keep an eye out for that team. They're going to be in the playoffs. That was the toughest game we've played all season. They wanted that win bad, and they only won because of a last-minute field goal.
Right, I
and
went to that
he said
game was
that.
brutal.
Oh, you were actually at that game?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Rob. I must have. I didn't hear you say
Uncle
that.
John, yeah.
Oh, wow,
Somebody
really?
offered us, I don't remember what it was, but it was like several $100s per ticket, and he was like, no. I was like, we can watch this at home, Uncle John. Go give him those tickets.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He offered him cash in hand right there. But
Really?
He was like, nah.
Man.
But it was great because we would no longer have those tickets.
Yeah, right,
So-
exactly.
So that was a good memory. And I remember everybody, even Giants fans, and you know how brutal New York fans are.
Yeah, right.
Everybody felt almost like it was, I've never seen a loss ever taken like we have a victory.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because, they showed a lot of mettle in that game, both offensively and even defensively, even though it was high scoring. But
Exactly, man. But I think that was huge. And then, of course, like there was the other play. I forgot about this play in doing the research for the episode. I remembered it was in that 2011 the playoff run on the way to the Super Bowl when they were playing the Packers. You remember they were playing the Packers at Lambeau, and they were going into halftime. Giants were down by a lot, and Eli just launched whatever, a Hail Mary end of halftime. You're watching it like, all right, whatever. Hakeem Nicks jumps up what felt like 47 feet in the air, catches it and lands it, and literally gets a Hail Mary touchdown going into the half.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was like so awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
there was some great
from
moments.
those runs, and I mean like those.
The
types
runs
of
were
things
amazing.
Were
Like beating Dallas during that one run, and just going through, just beating those teams one after the other was great because everyone had them out of it, and also boom, everything turned around. You and I went to a couple of games.
Yeah, we went to a few games.
Yeah,
because Rob had great seats. His grandfather had 4 seats right down on the wall, like on the 35-yard line on the visitor side of the field. Awesome seats.
Yeah,
and we would go at least twice. And I think I might even mention this in a previous podcast, but it was great. We used to love watching him, but we would watch him, and we looked terrible. One of the games we watched Eli play against the 49ers, and I think they eked out the win.
And I think the only thing they had, the Niners,
and they were worst team in the league.
Frank Gore. It was all
hand
off to Frank Gore.
Yeah.
Hand off to Frank Gore.
God, that must have been like 30 years ago when Frank Gore first came into the NFL.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was one. But they were so bad.
They were so bad.
They looked terrible.
And the passes then, remember we were commenting on the passes? They were all ducks. So if you watch, you won't be able to anymore, but if you ever go back and look at Eli's passes, he very rarely throws a spiral.
Hey, Dad, this segment was talk about the nice things about
Eli.
No,
I know that, but I couldn't help it. All right, I'm going to talk about how I enjoyed very much his, when we went to the Super Bowl in 2007 was awesome. And the run and how him as a player, he's the best in my opinion. He's the best postseason quarterback.
He was super clutch.
He's like
besides Tom Brady, obviously.
He's the Tom Brady postseason.
He's the Tom Brady of the New York Giants.
Of the New York Giants postseason. But no, he had set a record in 2007, I think, for his passing percentage record. He broke Joe Montana's that year.
Yeah.
He had a perfect.
And I think
perfect quarterback rating. If I'm not mistaken, in one of those games.
Yeah, he had like one of the highest. Not perfect, but he had the highest ever quarterback rating.
It was almost.
He definitely had.
He was
a lot
playing.
Of
I think it was in 2007 too. He played through plantar fasciitis.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
you know how many quarterbacks go down? They're out for months for that.
Yeah,
that's something like Kurt
Schilling. You can't take
shit.
away his friggin'. He's tough.
Yeah,
he was tough.
No, for sure.
There were times I think we were like, please just stay down.
Yeah.
He would always come back.
Right.
The guy was always coming back.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if he wasn't sat down, and I still don't agree with that setting, that first bet.
Yeah, the first one was a little.
What, for that butt fumbler, right? For Sanchez?
No, it was for Geno Smith.
Oh, Geno Smith. I knew it was
Smith.
And they had the guy that they picked up was the the draft quarterback that we thought they were going to put in, not Geno Smith. I
I don't remember his name. He was like a fourth rounder.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Who was that? Cooper. What was that?
I don't remember his name.
Nagy.
Oh, yeah.
No. You're thinking
something
of
with an N, though, right?
It's an N.
Is it? I don't.
Yeah,
I honestly do not know.
Yeah, but anyway, it's not.
I don't remember.
But
Whatever happened to that guy? They drafted him relatively high, and then he just barely ever.
he
played.
never really played. He
Yeah.
just would clean up on games that we were losing.
All right, so I know we're like going on and on. We're supposed to say all the good things about Eli,
Yeah.
and I know that's what basically we're doing, but it's gonna be hard because most of us here are Giants fans, obviously.
Yeah.
And dude, you gotta tell me right now, gun to your head, does Eli go to the
Hall of Fame.
Is he into the Hall of Fame? Yeah.
Yeah, because of the fact that he had.
Think
Because of
about
the
how
question, man.
mediocre
Because of
he
the-
is outside of those two runs.
Well, those
Yeah.
two Super Bowls get him
mean-
into Super Bowl, get him into the Hall of Fame.
I mean,
It's not too many quarterbacks that can say they
I
have
find
two
it hard
Super
to
Bowl
believe
rings.
that he doesn't too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
For that reason.
I guess
Those
so.
are usually
Yeah.
qualifying things.
I think
That's
he'll
when
get
they
in,
look at it.
despite though a lot of complaints against.
Yeah.
him.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
going to be a lot.
And I
It's-
think it might be a while before he gets in. I mean, I don't know how the Football Hall of Fame works, so I'm more
Yeah.
familiar with baseball.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if you want to maybe look up
Yeah,
what the
check that
timeline
out.
is,
Like, what
Brian.
it? Yeah, what was it like? Probably like 5
Yeah.
years. They got to be out before they're.
No,
eligible
not
or-
necessarily. I think Lawrence Taylor was
Well,
when he retired. I think
Okay.
he was in it that following year or that
I don't.
year.
really?
I
There's
don't.
not
I
even
don't think that.
eligibility?
I don't think they
He
can
was
do,
in it immediately.
I don't think they can do that. No, I think what you're thinking. Lawrence Taylor was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Okay, so the
Oh.
first time he's up for it,
the
he got
first
it.
time he's eligible
Yeah.
for it,
Oh.
he
You have to
immediately
be
gets
retired
in.
for 5 years.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Wow,
Okay.
Rob's on
All
the
right,
ball
so
today.
then I was
He's just
completely
doing a
wrong.
good
Thank God we
job,
had the
man.
fact checker and my
Seriously.
backup
Your
brain.
Backup brain.
My backup brain.
over there.
Remember when I thought Brian said that was his nickname? Like his nickname
Backup
was
brain?
Backup Brain. I
He
was
did
like,
say
what the
something
hell?
like
That's-
that.
That was
Weird.
my
It
like,
is now.
first episode on Mike.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it is.
BB,
I wonder if maybe
Mr. BB.
Eli Manning at this point is going to have to get into the Hall of Fame just on his 210 consecutive starts. Because that's what he
Is
has.
that
Yes,
still the record,
and
or-
He has
And
his
he-
no. It's not even close to the record.
No,
The
right,
record
But he
is,
was close
because
to.
Brett
they
I
Favre,
thought he
yeah.
was coming up
Favre.
on the
Yeah,
record,
Favre's
but
like
they blew
200
that on him.
Yeah.
No,
Fans can nominate a player.
fans can
apparently-
nominate a player. Really?
Fans can nominate any player, coach, or contributor by simply writing to the Pro Football Hall of Fame via letter or email.
Yeah.
And selection committee is then polled 3 times by whatever. That's not important. but-
Yeah. No, Brett Favre has like 297 consecutive
Favre.
starts. But I think it's weird because when they say consecutive starts, like he retired and I guess he came back and he had a couple of those things. So it's weird. Like
Did he finish with the
I'm not sure the
Jets?
exact
Favre?
specifics.
I think he finished with the Jets.
He finished with
Yes.
the Vikings.
Oh,
Vikings.
Like,
yeah,
oh, he
right,
played
right, right.
another year.
Yeah.
Talk about it, man. He wasn't letting it go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And to that, bro, he
He's like
retired in
penis
2010.
picks. I don't care. I'm
Crazy
still
is that?
playing.
Yeah.
Started,
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like Hall of Fame, I just don't like you said. I guess if you want to take into account the 2 Super Bowls and the consecutive starts, which is a weird stat, but I guess you kind of had to because what the hell else does he have?
They had no Nassib.
Nassib,
Oh,
I knew that's
Nassib.
right.
It just
Nassib.
popped in my head.
Dude.
Was it Daniel
Nassib,
or-
Daniel. I don't
Rob's
know. what-
sucking up
now
all the
we're gonna
memory
try to-
energy in the room.
Yeah,
It's
he
I don't
fine.
is.
need to
Your
do anything
memory's
back
on
here.
top.
He's
I'm
doing
probably
it for
gonna go
me.
home and
Yeah.
fall asleep. I'm
Yeah,
exhausted.
it's-
from
It was
thinking-
definitely.
from
We're
thinking
gonna have to
of
think of the
things.
first name because I'm not sure it was Ryan.
Ryan Nassib. No, that's
Ryan
exactly
Nassib?
it. It's
Okay.
Ryan Nassib for sure.
Yeah.
Now that
I
you
will
say
check
it.
And
that.
he
I
is
remember that
backup
now.
quarterback. He's still in the league, and he's just with
Is he?
another team. I know he was traded to another team, and you know what? I'm
It
not
might
going to
have been
say
the
it
con-
unless
yeah,
we
'cause it-
fact
Yeah, I
check
know
it,
he was
but I
traded
thought
to
he
another
was-
team. It might have
I'm not sure if
been
he's still there.
the Newburgh Giants, I think it
The
was.
Newburgh
the
Nitros.
The Newburgh Nitros.
Wait, so Nassib was a quarterback?
Ryan Nassib.
Ryan
Yeah,
Nassib.
Yeah.
It says he was.
N-A-S-I-B.
Yeah, he was a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Yep.
2008 to 2012 in the Syracuse Orange football.
Yeah, there you go.
He was
So
drafted in the 4th round.
Fourth
in
round. Yeah,
2013.
so I was right about that. Fourth round
Mhm.
QB. I was right about that at least. That's good.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
and he was there, and then they
yeah.
used Geno Smith instead of him, which is what I think pissed a lot. of
I don't
people
think
off,
he
but-
was there.
Yes, he
then,
was.
though.
Yes, he
No,
was.
I don't know
absolutely.
either. if he
No,
was
I
there.
think
I
what
don't know.
Rob. No, I
He
don't
was
think
only
that's
there
true.
like a season. Or
No,
Yeah.
he was there
2
four.
seasons?
four.
I don't
three or
know.
four
You might
You're
be
thinking
right. I don't
Eli was
remember.
benched 2 years ago. That was only
Ryan
that was
Nassib
only
was
2
still
years
with
back.
them.
I can't
They just,
remember
they
who
just
this-
let him go
he's
like a
still
year or two
there.
ago.
He was.
No,
He's
he's
still there
not-
now. I'm
No,
No,
Nassib-
he's not there. I think he got released last year.
What do you got, Brian? Let me hear this.
Nassib was with the Giants from 2013 to 2016.
Okay.
Then in 2017, he
Jeez.
was with the Saints and Jaguars.
All
Okay,
right.
so I think he was so Eli. The whole benching thing, I think, happened in
Oh, here he is now.
2017.
He got picked up by Showtime Cinemas.
Showtime
Okay,
Cinemas.
so
There you
he's,
go. Look at
he's
that.
a-
He's a concessions. That listen.
Concessions. He says he's quite a cash register
he's a-
jockey.
Yeah,
And he rips tickets too.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's nursing that injury.
Okay. All right.
But I think that's obviously like the big stuff with Eli. I think the next thing I know, like obviously, is the next logical step is okay. Is Daniel Jones ready? because obviously he was
I don't see how
benched
he could
for
be.
the 6th pick in the draft, our 6th overall pick. Quarterback. I don't know,
He better
man.
be, because I'll tell you what, if he's not, Gettleman's getting out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say he's not ready,
Uh-huh.
but someone made a good point. I don't know who it was. I forget what show it was on, but they said the Giants have already lost 2 with Eli. So if Daniel Jones has a couple losses, there's nothing really.
it's
There's no
forgivable,
pressure.
sure,
No,
right.
there's no
yeah.
pressure
No,
on
I don't
him.
think there's pressure either, but
exactly.
I do think I don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
True.
hopefully
We
he
do-
won't.
we
At
do-
least with him, he can move. He can run.
can
He
run.
And he can move a little bit.
He can
run.
move, and I think that
Pretty
gives them
good.
a little bit more of an advantage if they
His
game
arm's still lively.
if they plan the game around the fact that he can run a little bit, maybe do some what do you call them when they run out of the pocket and throw the ball and do that
quarterback.
Bootleg.
quarterback bootleg.
Quarterback. They call it.
That's like that's a
playing
corner
quarterback.
kick. Corner
They
kick.
call, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's when you bowl a strike.
Yeah, that's
It's a bowl of
You
strike, so
bowl
it's a
strike.
strike.
when you hit a home
So
run.
if you go
yeah,
in
home run.
3 times,
Touchdown?
it's a
Yeah.
turkey.
Okay, so then if
Occasionally you hit a hole in one.
so if he gets a hole in one and they game plan for
A
that,
hole in one, and then if he kicks the field goal, he wins.
he wins it. He wins a
checkmate.
big stuffed. No, he
Checkmate.
gets a big stuffed animal. He gets a big stuffed animal.
If you
But
get
the
one
goal-
touchdown, it's a small prize. 2
Yeah.
touchdowns is medium prize.
Yeah,
But the
exactly.
goalpost
All
is
right,
not.
Daniel.
But the goalpost is not a real goalpost. If you look at it from the side, it's like it's
Lower.
actually smaller.
not.
It's like the
Daniel's
basketball.
sitting there. How
hoops
come
in
I
the-
could never make a goddamn field
Yeah,
goal? What's
then
going on?
You got to look at it from the
All
side.
right,
it's
but let
completely
me
not
ask
the
you
same
guys
thing.
this in all seriousness. All seriousness.
All right.
Oh my god, I just lost myself right now. It's crazy.
Okay.
You guys are crazy.
Rob's
All
the
right.
serious one today. He's nailing it, man.
He's nailing the
Nailing it.
seriousness
I'm
of the show
I
today.
know nobody wants to hear any of that.
We have to have a straight man in the show, so
Yeah,
Rob
true.
will be
Well,
the
that's
straight man
for
today.
sure.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
There's plenty of not straight.
Yeah.
Yes. yeah.
All right. So what I was going to ask is, I do think it's a strange time for this to have happened. Like, I honestly would say, and I know hindsight's 2020, but Eli could have been pulled the second game last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just because we didn't have it, but it was a better draft class. They don't draft. Then they get rid of one of his best weapons. So now you have a brand new quarterback with not the best wideout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have maybe they're doing it to help Saquon because I feel bad for him.
That's what I was just saying last week, and I
Is
feel
that it,
so
you think?
bad for
Well,
Saquon. I don't know,
I
man.
I think anybody.
Why not? Like, what do you guys think about that?
I think that
Dude.
I think that right now, if you're a fantasy player and you own Saquon,
That's why they did it.
I think they did it for fantasy because I think the coach has.
He probably does that.
I think
too.
the coach. I think the coach has Saquon and Evan Ingram on his team.
Yeah.
And
He's
he
getting
wants
mad.
them
Yeah.
to get more production for their fantasy team, for his
Yeah.
fantasy
Oh,
team.
my
So,
gosh, it could be right.
and I
you're
think that's
right.
what's going to
It
happen.
seems as
actually.
logical as anything at this
Yeah.
point, because he still doesn't. I guess Shepard's playing.
Yeah.
Latimer's out. Like I was serious
Right.
about. He is concussed.
Shepard's back,
Is he?
right?
Shepard's
Yeah,
back.
Shepard's
Latimer's
back.
That's
concussed.
good.
That's gonna
I
help.
actually went and burnt my Shepherd jersey just to make sure he doesn't get injured.
Just to get
Oh,
just to
good.
make
If I
sure.
wear it,
good.
he'll be down in the third quarter.
And I think Golden Tate's coming back week
Yeah,
5.
Golden Tater
Week
Tots
5.
is back week 5.
So 2 more weeks he'll be back. So
But are we,
I mean, we'll
why
see
are
what
we?
happens.
We're excited about
I'm
Golden
excited.
Tate.
Golden Tate.
Well, yeah, I know,
This is
but
what we're getting excited about. This is a guy who wasn't that great next to Megatron.
yeah, but
He's always had these like little bursts.
Well,
That's
you're
it.
next to Megatron, though. How are you
Yeah,
going
but
to
he
be great
should
next to
because he's
Megatron?
taking the two coverage.
Yeah.
He's
If
If you don't know who
one-
Megatron is, that's I don't know what it is either.
That's
so don't worry about it. No, I'm only
Transformers.
kidding.
That's the Transformers.
It's one of the Transformers.
Just ask Michael Bay.
He's
And-
played by Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
He is Shia
As is
LaBeouf.
everybody else in that movie.
Yes, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's definitely too early. So the whole thing for me, it was hilarious. Is Dave Gettleman? We're talking about him. This freaking jerk off.
He is
This
so
guy.
strange.
He literally goes. I remember when they first talked about it. He said something along the lines of, and I don't remember the exact quote. If you want to pull it up, Ryan, you pull it up. I don't really even
Oh,
care
well,
enough
man,
to.
or
I don't
whatever.
care. I'll paraphrase it because he was like, "Oh, I really like what they did with Pat Mahomes. I like that Pat Mahomes model."
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
well,
okay.
get Pat Mahomes. We'll go for
Yeah,
it.
I was like,
Yeah.
all right, but then you're playing the guy 2 weeks in. That might be the exact opposite of the Pat Mahomes model.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't do that. But secondly, he's not Pat Mahomes.
He's also not even
No.
close to Pat
Anyway,
Mahomes.
you know what I like? I like the Superman model. If
Yeah.
I had laser visions and,
Yes.
and I
Yeah,
could fly,
exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that.
Now,
I'd
if
probably
they,
be better at my job if I
Yeah.
had that.
Here we go.
That's a
I
good
like,
model.
yeah, now if you get the
I like
Avengers,
the Bella Hadid model, like the model, like the
That's
model.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
I like. I like
Correct.
that model.
So he said the Kansas City model worked really well. NFL, you can cite a number of models where they had a veteran guy and they drafted a young guy at some point in time. The torch got passed. That's how everything
Brian,
works.
how
Yeah,
you're
right.
how
It's
you're
like-
reading that is how Dave Gettleman talks. He just
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, they have a great time.
No charisma or
Dude, we have a
enthusiasm at
long
all.
line of exciting coaches. Oh, who do we have before him with that pedophile
Ben
hairdo?
McAdoo.
Ben McAdoo.
McAdoo.
Pedophile
And
hated
even-
the pedophile mustache.
Oh, the hair, the mustache. I was like, oh, get it. If you're making
God,
that much
guy.
money, I saw him leave the stadium one day, and I used to only say that he was a pedophile, but then I swear I saw
He
him
got
get
into
in
a
a
van. He got in a van.
He did. It was
Had
blacked
candy.
out windows.
He had candy
I
in
was
it.
very disturbed by the whole thing.
Dude,
His hair
he's
was
a-
extra slick.
And then, of course, he was the asshole responsible for not that I
got
not
a
that I
dink and
care,
dunk.
but he sat Eli.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
legacy.
It made
His
no
legacy is that he
Sat
sat
Eli and
Manning.
ruined his-
Was he only there
Re-
for like 2 seasons?
he
right?
actually-
2 or 3, I think.
We're gonna dink and dunk, and we're gonna great completion percentage. Who
He
gives a
actually
crap? We
did-
can't throw a touchdown.
he actually did that at the expense of his record, consecutive games,
whoa,
and it
whoa,
served no
whoa,
purpose.
All right. Sorry about that insane break. If you're wondering why all of a sudden we were talking and having a nice conversation about Eli Manning, and all of a sudden everybody started freaking out.
A tornado came through
A
the
tornado
studio.
came through. Yep, an asteroid came through. Ben McAdoo was actually waiting outside. He was really
Yeah,
pissed
he
about
was-
the things we were
We
saying.
didn't know he was right there behind
Yeah.
the set, and he just came out and just tackled
He
all the.
recently subscribed, didn't realize that we were going to
Yeah.
have an episode.
He was not super thrilled. No, actually, my dog came running down the stairs and almost knocked over our entire studio, which, as you can see on camera, and for those who are just listening, it's a very professional studio.
Yeah.
Obviously, these are, $1,000 pieces of equipment. Not really. But anyway, it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
So
we've had her down here before, and that's never happened.
I think
Never
she was
happened.
jealous because she wasn't down here with us,
Yes,
and
that
when
was
she
it.
came home
yeah.
from her walk with my wife, she ran down the stairs and just tore the place
Yeah.
apart because she was pissed that
I
we were
think
doing the show
Ben
without her.
McAdoo sent her down after those unkindly words we
That's
said.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what- yeah.
that's probably more
Yeah.
likely.
Yeah.
I would say, but I don't even remember where the hell we were
Well,
or whatever.
yeah,
I
it's
don't know
Talking
at
about
that
the
point.
sleazy ex-coaches with no excitement in their voice,
Right.
but they've
Dave
all been.
Gettleman,
Tom
like
Coughlin.
that. Tom
We're gonna
Coughlin.
fight. We're gonna go all the way. Eli's gonna do it.
I think Shermer's the
Good work, good
youngest
work.
coach that we've ever had because Ben McAdoo wasn't really young. He looked like he was young, but that's because he had like
Nobody's
a-
worse than Bill Belichick.
But you know
who's
who
like
Ben
the most
McAdoo
famous.
looked
Yeah,
like?
he has no.
Ben McAdoo looked like the evil sidekick of every evil wizard from like old medieval movies. If you look at like medieval movies, they always have like that guy with like a weird bowl haircut and he's got a weird mustache and he's like, yeah, burn them all. That was Ben McAdoo to me. Anyway, I just wanted to say that out loud. But I think for the most part, just back to the Daniel Jones thing, I don't know, man. My only concern is like you said, Rob. I think you hit it on the head. His weapons are just not there. It's the weirdest time to bring out a rookie quarterback when you have his best target. I mean, besides Evan Engram, who let's be honest, it's not that hard to cover one guy. So realistically, his number one target is Sterling Shepard, who's a good wide receiver too. But that's pretty much.
I don't know what the rest
you
of the season looked like, but we could have went through and just said pick wins and losses.
Yeah.
For him, that'd be
Oh, for
interesting.
him, that would be kind of cool if we
Yeah.
did that. Yeah.
See the
Now that we
record.
know that we did that, I wouldn't mind
Brian,
doing
throw
that.
that up there. You want to do that real quick?
Yeah. We want to do that real quick.
that right?
Yeah. No, that sounds
go.
good to me. That sounds
What-
cool.
Brian, you want to
I
bring up
wanted
the
to-
rest of the schedule?
Yeah, we'll finish up this little segment like that, and then
We
we'll
can
cut
all
to
just work together on
we'll
it.
cut
Yeah,
to
yeah,
an
yeah.
actual intermission, not that
Yeah.
fake intermission.
not the studio being compacted into a black hole.
Yeah, that was. We
Everything
should do.
imploding.
It was
You should
that.
do it when you do the scene. You should see
Yeah.
it swirling
Like a
into
black
a thing,
hole
getting
effect.
sucked into a black
Yeah.
hole effect.
Brian
That would
actually
be awesome.
Brian actually worked on Interstellar. That's
Yeah.
why we did that.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It's funny you say Interstellar because I
Yeah.
had recently watched that movie about 3 freaking times, and
Yeah.
I got on like a YouTube like
Binge.
binge
to
of
a
like
hole,
space stuff. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with space
Oh,
now.
my dad knew, and you could talk for like
Oh.
5 minutes about it.
Forget
We
it.
were in that low-budget sci-fi movie called Not That Stellar. Remember that?
Not super
Yeah.
stellar.
Not
Not
super
incredibly
Yeah.
stellar, but still kind of stellar. Like
Outer
it's a little
stellar.
It was
interesting.
basically Rob and Dad sitting around. Hey, you want to go? Would you ever want to go to space? Yeah. All right. End credits.
You saw that?
Yeah, I did. It was
I
pretty
didn't know
good.
that got
It
out.
was all right. I got like a. I don't think you'd ever gonna want to watch it though. It's only got like a 4 on IMDb. I know.
Well,
that's
but
not
That's better than Master of Disguise.
yeah,
At
right.
least I don't have
Better than
to.
Master of
At least I
Disguise,
don't have
yeah.
to go and watch it again and give a report about it.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
God.
wait till I'm hosting next week.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I'm
We're
quitting the
homework.
show.
We're
That's
doing
good.
a
For
top,
1 week. I'll
Top
quit the
100
show.
IMDb.
Yeah.
You know what?
No,
If
just playing.
he's going to do homework that week, I'll have you take my place and I'll sit behind the.
There you
Yeah,
go.
okay.
go.
All right.
Why
All
not?
right. Wait to see how hard Brian's job is. All right. Yeah. yeah. So Brian, so what's the schedule? We'll just make some quick picks real quick. We'll go around. You want to do consensus picks or just individual?
We can do whatever you guys want.
All right, cool.
Host, what do you want?
I guess we could just go around real fast. Let's rapid fire this real quick.
Okay, sounds good.
So now I will say this is assuming that Daniel Jones will start the whole season. Okay. I think assuming that.
I can't see them ever going back to Eli.
Right, Eli coming back in,
Can you
right?
imagine that?
No, that'd be weird.
Mean?
At that point, I don't know.
Oh man.
Daniel Jones would have to do so bad unless he gets hurt,
or
if he does like so bad where it's like they might not. I mean, I don't know. You're probably right.
Yeah, I can't see him going back.
Even saying that, I'm like, no, they might never go back. Anyway, so assuming Daniel Jones plays the whole season, what do we got?
So here we go.
Yeah.
The first next game is tomorrow, Giants Buccaneers.
All right, so I'm gonna say that's gonna be a loss. For his first game. All right. Okay, consensus.
Giants Redskins.
I'm gonna say I bet you for is that a home or away, Brian? Do you know?
They are. Let's see. Does it say on this schedule?
It's Giants at Buccaneers. No, wait, that's the wrong game.
Okay.
Skins the next.
Anyway, so
Redskins Giants.
Redskins
at
MetLife.
Redskins. All right. So I was
Giants.
I was gonna say I have a weird feeling. I think he's gonna win his first home game. I don't know why. I feel like he is. So I'm gonna say win for that.
Okay, win for.
Yeah, I think he can win the Redskin game.
Okay.
I go loss.
Rob goes loss for that one.
So 2-1 for Redskins Giants.
Okay.
Now next is Vikings Giants.
That's a loss.
That's gonna be a loss. Vikings defense is probably gonna light them up. Yeah.
And they got Kirk Cousins at quarterback, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but they also have
Kirk Cousins
Dalvin Cook. They have Dalvin
Diggs,
Cook.
right?
They have Adam Thielen. They have
Stephon.
Yep.
Right?
And they have not
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
All right, next
and
game.
they have not Dave Gettleman.
Here we go.
Giants versus Patriots.
What do you think the line will
is he
be?
the new-
Not only
he the
have
new
to give it,
Brady
but you have to put the line on that game. Because right now they've had
Giants Patriots?
Yeah, the 2 weeks in a row that Patriots have 22-point lines on.
Holy
games.
crap! 22 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, they broke the spread. It was 18.5 points against the Dolphins, and I picked the Patriots.
And they won 44 to nothing.
43-0.
43.
Crazy, man.
Well, I hope we're playing them this year.
That's a loss, and I think the spread will probably be 17.
But Rob did make a good point. Say it again, Rob.
Maybe he's the next Brady Slayer.
This could be the next Brady
Hopefully.
Slayer.
I think it's a loss.
I don't know, man.
Against the Patriots.
Yeah, it's a loss. Realistically, it's a loss.
All right.
Okay. Cardinals at Giants.
Okay. I'm gonna say that's gonna be a win.
Yeah, I'll give that a win.
I'll give that a win.
I'll go win.
I don't know why. I'm gonna.
Yeah, why not?
I like pretending like I have analysis. My analysis is what's the first thought? Yeah, okay. It works.
What'd you say? Yeah, I concur.
Yeah.
Win.
Giants Lions.
Now, what color is the Lions wearing that day?
Yeah,
that'll play big into
right.
this.
Exactly. What
we
is?
Don't know.
Who's?
But
okay.
I'm gonna say
Giants are gonna be on the road.
Okay.
So.
I think they can beat the Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a
Go to
win.
win.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's good.
Cowboys
Detroit.
Giants.
That's good.
Well, GM's on strike, so
I'm going to say win because I can
there's
never say.
There's not going to be anybody at the
even
game.
if they do lose to Dallas, I'm never going to say they're going to lose to Dallas. So I'm going to say win.
I can't see that. I would. Oh, it's going to be Saquon Zeke.
Saquon Zeke.
Yeah.
I think they might win that game. Because I think the Giants are going to want
gonna
payback
lose.
very bad for the Cowboys. I'm going to say win.
Okay.
I gotta go lose.
All
You
right.
say win
So-
too, Joe?
2 wins,
said
1
win.
loss.
You said all right.
Okay.
You guys got it.
Next is Giants Jets.
Oh, I'm going to that game. I'm actually going to
Oh,
be at
really?
that
Going?
game. That's
Oh,
for my
man.
friend's bachelor party. We're going for
that's
that's the
great.
And you
bachelor
get to
party
see
weekend
Daniel
thing.
Jones. which is
Sorry,
kinda
yeah.
All right,
cool.
that'd be
That's,
great.
Get to
I'm
see
going to say
Daniel
win.
Jones.
And
Saquon.
just
Oh
as
no!
this-
If you're going to the game, I'm going to say lose.
Okay.
And as an aside, Joey did pick up Daniel Jones as his last.
I did. My last
Yeah,
pick
you
of the
did.
draft,
Picked him up?
remember?
Yeah.
I saw.
Will you play him at any time this year?
I'm playing him. I'm
Oh,
playing him
you're
right
gonna
now.
actually use him.
I put him in
playing him
already.
today, yeah.
I'm playing him. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
Brian, the last pick in our draft, I picked Daniel
So,
Jones.
I
Yeah.
say they're
Why
going to
not,
beat
you know?
the Jets.
Yeah. Okay, beat the Jets. Yeah,
I think
hope
they'll beat
so.
the Jets too.
I'll be there, so I hope so.
If they don't, oh my god.
They have their best chance this week, week 11, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Giants Bears next game.
Okay.
No, don't forget week 11 as a bye. They're going to do great that week.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great week. I would say against the Bears, they're gonna lose. The Bears defense, best defense in the NFL right now.
I got to go lose also, and it's in Soldier Field.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think, Joe?
Soldier Field.
I think they're going to lose.
Come on, Nostradamus. Let's go here.
Lose.
Alrighty.
Lose.
All right.
Okay. Packers Giants.
That's a
Packers Giants gonna be a loss, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a loss.
And
Loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Loss, and then Rob.
Oh,
For which one?
for Packers.
Packers.
That's a
Oh,
loss.
yeah,
right?
loss.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Still alive.
Giants Eagles.
Giants Eagles.
That's a loss.
I mean, I want them to win. I'm gonna say win for that. I don't know why.
I'm going to say win.
That's it.
We're
I'm
trying
gonna
to.
say win, and this is why.
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Cool.
Dolphins Giants.
That's a win.
Oh, that's going to be a win. It's probably going to be. Now we're going
We
to
hope
get a
that that's a
22-point
win.
spread.
Yeah.
Are the
Saquon versus the
Dolphins
Dolphins.
the Marlins of the MLB? Like,
Yeah,
The
right.
Dolphins
The
are
NFL?
the
yeah, the Marlins of the NFL. Is that how that
the
works?
Dolphins
Yeah.
are the goldfish of the NFL.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
s-
They're
terrible.
actually thinking of changing the name to Goldfish.
goldfish.
Dolphins are much too smart. They
Yeah, they're
communicate
like-
and everything.
Dolphins are like, come on, guys, really
Yeah, that's insulting.
making us look bad.
Okay, so last two games, Giants Redskins.
Giants Redskins. I'm going to
Honestly,
say
it's a
that's
win, man.
also going to be a win. I just
I
think
feel
that
like maybe
yeah.
I'll learn by then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dwayne,
I'm gonna
I bet you Dwayne
say-
Haskins is going to be
He
playing
may
by
be.
then.
Well,
Do you think he's gonna be good?
I know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't-
No. I didn't really want him that bad. I didn't want Daniel Jones either, obviously,
No,
but I
neither
didn't
did I.
want. I wanted freaking. I didn't think. I don't know if he was going to drop to us, but Josh Allen, defensive end.
I
say-
thought maybe they again. I kind of agree with you, Joe. I thought maybe they'd go one more year with Eli and then find someone
Yeah.
next year.
Well, dude,
Right.
next year there's 3 great quarterbacks. They're going to be. It's going to be like one of the best
probably
draft
again.
classes
We'll
ever.
we'll probably pick up 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think that's why
next year.
people were
Yeah,
confused
yeah.
too, was
Yeah.
because the next year was going to be great for quarterbacks.
Amazing.
And
Like,
last
why
year
you
was
get one
pretty
now?
decent.
Yeah.
Last year was good. This year was crap. Next year will be good. What are we
Exactly.
doing?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
man.
Well-
Freaking Trevor Lawrence.
We'll see.
Anyway, yeah. So
Last
what's last game of
game?
the season?
Eagles Giants.
Eagles Giants. I think they'll probably close the year off bad. They always never. I feel like they never win the last game of the season.
I'm going to say win.
I'm gonna say loss for
I'm
that.
going to say win because Carson Wentz is probably going to hurt again at the
Yeah.
end of the year.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
already
that's a
hurt.
good point. That's a good point.
The Eagles look sloppy last week, so
Yeah.
I'm
They
definitely
did.
going to go. Giants are still worse than them.
All right,
so that's the schedule.
That's a good. So
What does that
we'll
put
have
us
to
out
go
with?
back.
Win loss. Did you
Oh,
count?
I have
I
no
didn't
idea.
count.
We'll have to
All
go
right.
back.
We'll check
and,
it
yeah,
out when we
Brian,
look
when
at
you
the
do the edit.
playback.
You guys will see.
Yeah, exactly. We'll
Okay,
see.
all right, sounds good. That was kinda
Exactly.
good.
Anyways, yeah, so I think
All right.
that's cool. So pretty much we're going to probably take a little break. I hope you guys like what we talk about. I hope Daniel Jones liked what we talked about. And I hope Ben McAdoo hated what we talked about.
Yeah.
Okay?
McAdote.
I'm talking to you, Ben. Peace.
See you in a minute.
All right, so we are back.
We're back.
And, all right, so we're kind of all moving on from the sports talk. But anyway, we kind of had, we've been doing this new thing where we try to kind of incorporate these new interesting segments. And the reason why they're interesting is because Brian came up with them and
Yeah.
not us.
Yeah, that's
So,
I just made
That's
a
very
Google
true.
Doc and kept going and going
Brian's
and going.
very interesting.
So
Had like 15 cups of coffee, just kept typing them out.
there you
Yeah.
go, exactly. Yep, and by coffee he means he just sits there and he just, he usually cups of his own urine, right,
Yeah,
Brian? Just
yes.
whatever keeps you hydrated, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing
Sometimes
wrong with
other
that,
people's
man.
if I can't pee.
Yeah, exactly, right?
People
we
donate.
Yeah, like I said, we keep Brian locked up down here. That's
Yeah,
that's
no.
why I'm
I
saying
don't
that.
leave
Sorry,
this room.
I
I
should
don't
have
think you guys
clarified.
realize that.
Yeah, should have clarified that.
We have to get a better bed for you.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
laying on
Something
the
new.
Better
old
bed would be a bed.
A
'cause I
bed.
don't
A
have
bed.
one.
Yeah, a bed.
Listen,
Exactly.
Yeah.
we're gonna all chip in and get you a cot.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. A nice cot. Anyway, so I'm going through the segments, and I saw one thing that almost kind of tied in with one of our episodes earlier. And Brian had a cool idea for a segment that I think we're going to do. And so we're going to do that right now. And the name of the segment is going to be Whispers from Beyond.
Whispers from Beyond.
And it's a pretty cool idea. I think it'll be right up your alley, Dad. Back to your episode when we were talking about
It was episode 6, I think.
episode 6, talking about ghost hunters and
Okay.
about how you always are acting like they're hearing these things and they think they know what they're saying and all
They
this.
don't,
So
they don't know.
they have
It's
no
bull.
idea.
I remember that because you told us it has to be real based on the arc of the throw of this wood or something.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right,
oh,
exactly.
my
It's
God.
impossible. But
There
anyway,
was
so
science on it.
there was, I mean, yeah.
Paranormal science.
There was
Paranormal science.
Paranormal science.
I saw it. But anyway, so the idea behind the segment is I'm going to play clips. Brian got a bunch of clips, audio clips online.
We have 11
11
EVPs.
clips?
They call them electronic voice phenomena.
Yeah, there you
which
go, Brian.
essentially is the voices of ghosts.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I don't know how to explain it. I appreciate that. Because, all right, so then we have 11 of those EVPs, as Brian described them. And so basically, I'm going to play them. And then Brian knows the answer. I do not. You don't. Dad, you don't. And we're going to try
I know
to
the
guess
answer.
what the. I mean, Dad will know right away. Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
Do you want me to
I'm
say it
connected
like after
with-
we play it? Do
Yeah.
you want me to give like a little bit of like not like what it is, but a background about what maybe this was on
see
what
how
show it
difficult
was
it
on?
is.
I guess
after
you could
we
do
like
that.
guess and I
I
say
guess
what
you
it
could
is?
do that. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll
Now,
see
what
how
are we
that
trying to do?
goes.
We're trying to guess who this voice is.
No, we're going to try to
what
guess
it's saying.
This
what they're
belongs
saying.
to
We're gonna-
Bert,
Yeah.
the ghost from the Berg.
If we're
Exactly.
if we're gonna do this segment, we should have Christina come down and
Yeah.
she'll know because she used to watch all of these
Oh,
shows.
yeah.
She loved
Yeah.
that stuff. so.
Well, even the
right.
guys who shoot those shows don't know
Yeah.
what the heck they're saying.
They,
Yeah,
oh my
absolutely.
God, they literally just hear what they
So-
want to hear and like connect the dots to nothing. It's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
But yeah, so we're gonna I'm gonna play these clips. We're gonna see what these ghosts are saying, see if we can guess it, and if we get it right,
Yeah.
you every time we get it right, Daniel Jones throws a touchdown.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
sounds
there we
good.
go. We got to get these right. Okay, ready?
In this
is
next
the
game or for the season?
this is for in the next 5 minutes. You're just gonna throw touchdowns.
gonna throw
He's gonna
touchdowns.
throw
Even if it's not a
touchdowns.
game.
In his backyard.
Just throwing touchdowns. Wait, what? You thought I meant an actual game?
What about a hole in one? Is he going to do a hole in one?
All right,
Yeah.
let's go. on with this thing.
All right, so this is the first clip. Ready? I'll load that for you, Rob.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Okay.
So we're supposed to guess what.
So
he's
we're supposed to
saying?
guess what the
that-
ghost
what
is
that-
saying.
Does
Could I-
that
could
not
I-
sound like you're just ruffling in your pocket?
No,
It sounds
does,
like-
but it sounds like
It sounds like the guy's like on like a really staticky carpet, and he's just like.
Tell
He's
me
just
what-
like back and
I
forth.
think what it says is Eli Manning bench him.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it
Eli
This
definitely
better
is.
be the ghost of Christmas past.
I'm gonna play it again. Ready?
Now I've got it in your head, and that's what it sounds like, right? Eli Manning bench me.
I think he's saying go back there. I think that's what it's saying. I think the ghost is saying something along the lines of go back there. I don't
have no
know.
idea. I think he's saying, "I can't believe anybody's watching this."
I
Crap.
can't
Yeah.
believe anybody's watching this.
Yeah.
Everyone's they're saying, why are we doing this?
So, this clip was taken from the show Ghost Adventures.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
And
show.
what the host of that show, his name is Zach Bagans. So it was saying, according to them, Zach Bagans.
Zach Bagans. Let's hear it. Play it one more time.
They're
Ready?
saying Zach
Let's see if it's saying that.
Bagans.
Okay.
Kind of.
Well,
No.
I
Zach
still
Bagans.
feel like he's saying, "I can't believe anybody's watching."
Yeah.
Tell me how they have how technology is the way it is, and the only way you can capture the voice of a ghost is with a $40 terrible
Yeah,
sound
right,
quality
exactly.
voice
Actually, you
recorder.
know what?
That's
I think
it.
what it been
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
I think it
Not
might have
real.
been. I think it was saying, don't forget to subscribe and like on YouTube.
there you go.
loosely
On
related
YouTube.
podcast.
Not to loosely related.
Not to
though.
loosely related.
No,
Oh,
just,
all
just
right.
subscribe and like to my own YouTube channel.
Okay.
That's what it sounded to
All
me.
right, I'm gonna play the second one here. See if we can scoot through these. All right, ready? Here we
That was
go.
a good one, Joe.
All right. I didn't even hear. What the hell?
This isn't the one we just heard.
No, it's not.
Sounds
That's
like
a
the
different one.
Same crap. All right.
Yeah, so you hear there's spaces in between each
Yeah,
word.
Yeah. I have no idea. Hold on. All right, let's play it again. Hold on. Sounds like it's saying there's something. It sounds like he's saying, "Son of a bitch, son of a bitch! Why do they keep coming back to this house?"
I didn't give him anything the first time, the second time, the third time. I'm not gonna give you anything now.
Son of a bitch! That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I think it sounds like my washing machine. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
Yeah,
right.
literally.
It
That's
sounds
what
like a
Rob was
washing
saying.
machine. to
That's
me.
that's Rob's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They were in your house. I was like, who the hell is in my house right now?
Dude, first of all, if there was extraterrestrials, specters, or whatever the hell you want to call these things,
Yeah.
entities,
Yeah.
I wish they would come to my house and clean shit up because I could use the help.
I think it'd be pretty funny.
Okay.
I have
So-
no
Alright.
idea what that is.
What it's saying is, I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it. Yep, that's
that's
definitely
what
what.
that's what they
So
said.
wait, Brian.
No,
So
that's clear
how,
as day.
Brian? How they use technology and they like?
Now
what
let's
do
see
they
what it-
do?
let-
They
can we
cut
hear it
out
again?
background noise and
Let's see
they
if we
like.
can hear it.
I didn't.
Okay,
I
they enhance it. This
Yeah,
was
Okay.
caught
sure
at
they
the
do.
Houghton Mansion, by the way.
Okay, so
By enhance it, they mean make the whole.
This is some
shit
end-
They
up.
just make it louder.
this
They
is
make the whole
some.
thing
This is
up.
the Hanson family.
I don't.
It's so you can barely.
It sounds like somebody is like dragging like a like one of those like what do you call it? A cart when you're like carrying something heavy on a cart and you're pulling it down a staircase.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. I don't know. It's weird.
I think it sounds like our podcast sometimes.
Yeah, I think you're probably
I hope our
right.
podcast is
Yeah, I know.
what the
I'm
hell?
only kidding.
If
I think-
anybody's
Hopefully,
still
'cause-
listening, please don't give up on
Yeah,
us.
Yeah.
exactly. All right, we'll do
Joe.
like two more.
Okay.
All right, that's that one.
Yeah, so just let me know which clip you're gonna play.
Okay, so
Does
Brian,
it
this
matter?
is the
Sounds
third
like
clip.
the same thing.
It really sounds like the same. I think it's just a guy sitting there. You know what it did? Brian was sitting in front of the washer machine, and he just had his little app, his iPhone
Last night,
recorder
and I
up
was
to
like,
it.
I can't find any clips.
There we go. So I'm just gonna record my washer. All right. So here's the number. This is clip 3, Brian.
It actually does sound like something.
That sounds like actually someone talking,
that's
right?
like
Yes.
kind of credible.
Yeah, it's super credible. I totally believe it now.
You got anything there, Dad? You're sitting there all
I
night
think
believe
it's-
it, guys. I'm
quiet.
convinced.
I don't need anything more now.
I think it says.
Someone talk to me. That's what he's saying. He's saying, someone talk to me.
No, it's
That's
saying
what-
it's saying Jones to Shepard touchdown.
Okay, Dad. You know what it is? You know why he's been so quiet? He's trying so hard to think of funny things that the ghosts are saying, and the ghosts are like, "You're never gonna think of anything.
All right, I
You're
don't
never
know.
gonna
the
think of
only thing
anything."
I can say is like it sounds like cerebral or something.
Yeah.
Cerebral. I don't know. It's all
I think he's saying that movie Sixth Sense is bullshit.
Yeah,
Complete bullshit. It's not real.
Tell us
It's not
this.
real. It's bullshit.
It's listen to me,
Listen to me. What did I say? It said.
talk to me.
Oh shit!
Close.
Hey, look, that's pretty
Ah.
close. Wow.
So
yeah,
that means
yeah, look at me.
David Daniel Jones has 1 touchdown so far.
There you go. One touchdown.
And not even
which
because
is,
he didn't get
It's
it
like
completely
it's a
right.
third of a touchdown.
that's
Yeah.
one more than he might actually throw. So that's
Yeah.
all right.
Oh come on.
No,
All right,
he's
so-
going to be good. I think
All right,
you'll be
we'll do the
surprised.
4th clip here, and then I think we'll probably call it quits on that one,
fine.
Brian.
Yeah,
if
that's
that's all right, that's cool. I know we said we had like 11 clips, but I
we
feel
can always
like
do this segment again if people.
yeah,
like it.
exactly
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't think we'll have to worry about it.
All right,
No, that's
okay, let's try it again. Ready? All right, 'cause this is the 4th clip.
yeah.
No
I
one
quit.
cares. It was saying no one cares about any of the things that Dad thinks are funny.
Well, I actually
There's
think
two
I actually
different voices on this one.
no,
or is
there-
it
there
I-
one?
there
seems
might
like
have
there are
been.
2 voices, but it sounds like one of them's sort of saying "I quit."
I
So,
quit. Yeah,
The second voice that gets
that's
cut out
my
right
voice.
at the end is a person.
that's a person.
that was annoyingly cutting off the EVP, and
Oh,
I
okay.
tried to get. It was like impossible to get them out.
Okay,
So
yeah,
whoever
yeah.
that was, screw you.
yes,
Yeah.
right,
I don't know,
definitely.
the
So that wasn't a
EVP's
ghost,
got
the one that
movie.
I actually think.
Yeah,
was
the
funny.
one,
That's
the
like-
one that sounds like an
So
actual
I
figured it
voice.
out.
heard something.
I figured
Right.
out. You know what he's saying? He's saying 7 years ago. It's
Yeah.
like that was a recording of Abraham Lincoln's speech. That wasn't a
If
ghost.
they had recordings back in
Yeah.
the time when he could,
they
when he
did.
did this speech.
They did. He just didn't do it. You know what? Because
All right.
his phone was dead.
Play us that one more
All right,
time.
you want to hear it one more time?
hear
All
it
right,
one
we'll
more
play it one more, and then Brian, you give us the answer. Here we go.
It sounds like someone's just going, ooh.
I think it's no,
I
I
don't
think he's
know.
saying something along the lines of no one something something. I don't know. What do you got, Brian?
I don't know.
My name is Anna. Is what
My
they,
name
is
is
No.
they
Anna.
thought it was.
All right,
heard
I'm not
an
watching
owl.
any of these shows ever
Yeah,
again.
So the
I
reason
told you
why
these
we
shows
The
were
power of
stupid.
suggestion is amazing, isn't
It
it?
really
Even
is.
after he
This
said
is
it,
why
I
we
still
do
didn't
this.
hear it, though.
exactly, and now you know why we did this. In reality, this whole thing was an intervention for my
For
dad.
people, yeah, it was
to realize how
probably.
Drop the banner.
stupid
Yeah, they're
this
sitting
is.
there.
Banner.
when you're watching these
Remember
shows,
that?
like
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother,
I
all
Met-
these intricate ways to have
Yeah,
interventions.
yep.
This
Yeah.
is one of them.
watching these shows, they're like, "Oh, we got this thing on the the EVP."
It's so
and,
clear.
Oh, he's saying, "Guess what? We're going to McDonald's later this week."
Yeah.
You can hear it clearly. I think. Listen.
And it
Oh
just
yeah,
sound-
you can. You really can. You can hear that.
And it's
But
like
now-
Peter Vakeman is real.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like now. It's like.
It's like saying, "Hey, sign up for a membership at our website." That's
my
so
God,
weird. That's
man.
how weird
Yeah.
is that? Oh my God.
Well,
There you go, man. So anyway, I think for the most part, that's pretty much. Dad, you had a couple little things that you wanted to
I
make some announcements,
do.
right? We got,
Take my
we got a
computer
few
to
shout
start.
outs, a few birthday shout outs, some things like
Well,
that.
if you guys want to
Hey,
talk about something, go
shout-outs.
ahead and talk about something.
Oh, okay. Talk about something until Dad figures it out. So let's talk
okay.
about the fact that Dad
He's
thought.
had like days to prepare this.
No,
for
because
you.
of course we were involved in all what we were doing, and my computer screen shut off, and I have to
Oh,
log
okay.
back in again.
Oh
fair.
no! It's almost as
So,
if technology doesn't want
it
people
doesn't
breaking
like
into
me.
your
It's
laptops.
the ghosts from the
Yeah,
Ghost
the
Adventurers are shutting my computer down and screwing me over.
They
I'm trying
did,
to get
but
over it.
yeah.
I had
Well,
everything.
I don't know why you just don't make these days up. They're just as believable as what you're about to pull up.
Exactly. Yep.
Well,
maybe we
No,
should
I'm
start
not- it's
doing
not
that
all
and see
about
if
that.
anybody
Oh,
notices.
okay, okay.
Like, I don't think they would.
first of
no,
all, what
they
I wanted
definitely
to do is,
Did you get your computer back?
yeah, my computer's
All right,
Oh,
down.
there
Ready?
you go.
I wanted to have a shout out for Mike. His birthday, Mike.
Mike Friesma.
Mike Friesma?
Dumas.
Dumas.
Dumas,
Friesma.
Friesma.
Mike Friesma is my Rob's brother-in-law and
Yes.
his wife's brother. And his birthday was on September 19th. And
right.
I wanted to give a shout-out. Happy birthday,
Shout out to
Mike.
him.
Happy birthday, brother.
Hey, man, I hope you're having a great day. I know you're having a party tomorrow, or today, rather.
Hey.
And have a great time. I would love it to have come, but I had plans for today with my
Yes,
wife.
you did.
You know, I
They're
have to
planning
keep
on
her
watching all the
happy.
ghost shows.
Yeah, exactly. Because now he has to go back and watch them. And like,
Decipher those.
I can
I
prove
knew
this
that's
is
what
wrong.
he said. I knew what his.
I'll use my EVP and I'll figure it out. And it'll sound way better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good.
I heard that the new what is that plumbing that you put in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard that had a built-in EVP.
Yeah,
it did. It did. I was trying to show it to you earlier, but we had to get the show. After the show, I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show
Yeah,
you some of the
exactly.
EVP
Appreciate
stuff. Yeah,
It's just an old-ass digital recorder taped by duct tape to the side. Of the
Yeah.
Exactly.
pretty much.
It's it's
But
a
I thought it might be cool because since I'm calling out your birthdays, maybe I can get some other people engaged because if you want your birthday
Yeah.
shout-outs, I'll give you some interesting facts
Birthday
for your
shout-outs.
birthdays. So check this out, man.
Yeah.
So on your birthday, September 19th, 1987, you're 32 years old. The number one pop song of the day was "I Just Can't Stop Loving You" by Michael Jackson and Sida Garrett, whoever that is. I don't know. Do you know who Sida Garrett is?
Nope. I don't even know.
All right. Well, I didn't
find
know
out.
that one. Are you going to
She's,
check that out,
also a
Brian? Let me
backup
know.
quarterback
Yeah.
for the Giants.
Number one country song was "This Crazy Love" by the Oak Ridge Boys.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number one R&B song was "I Just Can't Stop Loving You," but we already
There
had
you
that
go.
again.
Look at that.
the
It was
one.
number one country
So,
song.
in
Was it "Just
country-
Can't Stop Loving You"? Number one rap song was "Just Can't Stop Loving You."
She's
And
literally just
the
a-
number one movie was "Just Can't Stop Loving You."
Sida Garrett is just another singer.
All right,
Okay,
and
just a singer.
number
That's
one
a lot
movie.
of info.
Number one movie was Fatal Attraction.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a creepy movie.
That was
And
a
if
weird
it's
movie.
the price of gold at the time is $459
There you go.
an ounce.
Okay.
The medium home price was $106,500. The price of a new car
Wow.
was $13,500.
That's pretty sweet.
Gallon of gas was 96 cents a gallon.
Yeah, there you go. That's the big one right there.
Loaf of bread was 56 cents.
Nice.
But the
pretty
cool
good.
thing is, here's some of the things that
You know, it's funny hearing that now, though. It feels like you're talking about 1913 because
Yeah,
it
kinda
feels like it
does.
was so
It's
long
like
ago,
it's
right?
kind of interesting.
I can't even
Damn.
imagine 96
There was
cents.
one place I remember in Red Oaks Mills when I was driving. So I think I was 17 when I had my full license. It was 98 cents.
Really?
I remember getting a gallon of gas.
Oh,
98
no
cents.
shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I was filling up my dad's Dodge Neon for like $10.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Holy birthday, Batman! Adam West's birthday was on that. day.
Oh,
look
there you
at
go.
that.
It took him 27 minutes to write that joke.
He's got.
I just thought of it
he's
now.
got
there
his
you go. Oh,
own.
wow, look at
he's
that.
got
Good
his
for
own
you,
little
man. There you
bits.
go.
Joe's been working on some bits.
Two of my favorite two of my favorite tennis players were born on that day. Novak Djokovic, he's 32 years old, and Andy Murray, 32.
They had
although
the same birthday?
same birthday.
That's
Isn't
so
that crazy?
weird. What? They were
Born,
not the
wait,
same
no,
year,
wait,
though,
hold
probably,
on,
right?
same year, not the same day. It's,
Oh, okay.
Same year.
makes more
Novak
sense.
Djokovic was on May 22nd,
I
and
thought it was
Andy
all on the
Murray's
same
was
day.
no. Well, that'd be kind of cool if it was, but it
But I
wasn't.
think that thought this was
Adam
everything
West
on the 19th.
was
September.
in
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, he was born in.
I'm pretty sure Djokovic is about a trillion times better than.
I guess
Andy
he's-
Murray.
He
died.
definitely is, I think.
Adam West is dead, I suppose. He just died.
Jesus.
I don't know, but anyway.
Well, thanks for breaking the news.
Sorry, Adam West is dead.
Just
Just
died,
now on this
2
podcast.
seconds ago.
Adam West is dead.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, baby.
Bam,
Adam West.
Pow, right to my grave.
Batman.
right.
Holy 6 feet under
Bam,
Batman.
cow, right in my childhood.
Oh,
2017.
Yeah,
happened,
so
June
2017. Oh,
yeah, that's
man.
the notables, I guess, of the Amber Rain, American pornographic actress.
There you go.
Hey.
You want to look her up and find out where
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
So
there
I
you
see
go.
there's
her
a lot-
filmography.
Make sure you
There's
have
a
safe
lot more
search.
You wanna check out her
enthusiasm for
film.
her
Research
than that
purposes.
singer. Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, she was an American singer. How about this porno actress?
Yeah, right. No one knows who that
So,
was.
She was an extra in Debbie Does Dallas.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
what
that's
was
kind of some interesting
whatever.
facts.
That's cool,
And
man.
since we do the national days, I'll give you the
Oh
national
yeah, right.
days
We got
for
to
today.
do. We did not do that.
We
yet.
actually are putting it at the end now because so many people are so
Yeah, they're
juicing for it. We
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
to
so-
you gotta
tantalize
keep them
them.
enthralled.
Yes.
we got to keep them waiting.
They're not going to leave before they get these national days.
We got to do something to keep them around.
Yeah,
That's what it
exactly.
is.
You got to keep them interested in
Gotta
stuff.
keep 'em
so
going.
I
there-
can't hold everybody at gunpoint.
Yeah,
Like,
right, exactly.
There's only so
Yes.
many people I can do
Right.
that to.
Exactly.
So anyway, I'm not going to. There's a lot of them today, so I'm just going to give the most interesting ones. National Cleanup Day.
National Cleanup Day.
That's your starter, huh?
Yeah,
That's,
um,
You're really warming us
I'm going
up.
to Puppy Mill Awareness Day.
Oh.
Yeah, don't put your
Solid.
puppies at those friggin' malls. That is legit.
Yeah,
They
right.
treat those puppies like crap.
Yeah.
They just don't do anything
That's
right.
terrible,
Half the time
man.
they don't get shots. Puppy mills is legit. That's awful.
Yeah.
National New York Day. We're in New York.
Oh, no
National
shit.
New
Wow,
York
okay.
Day.
All right.
Go
all
New
right.
York, go
all
New
right.
We're in New York.
Okay.
I don't like pecan cookies, so I'm not going to say National
Well, it's
Pecan
too late,
Cookie
you just
Day, even
did
though
it.
I did just say
You
it.
Pecan
literally gave
cookie
it-
day. There we go.
National Daniel Jones Day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're talking about it.
Basically.
National Chai Day.
Chai?
Chai
Chai
tea.
tea.
Chai
It's
tea.
chai.
Chai tea.
Tai Chi and
I
Chai
don't-
tea
I-
are very different, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't
One's
even.
martial art and the other one's a beverage.
National
Tai Chi is a martial art.
Chai
that-
tea is.
I'm saying, are we
CHAI?
are we considering is that seriously
Drinking
considered a
chai
martial
tea
art?
while you
It's
do
like, yeah,
tai
they
chi.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
the-
it's that one really
Do they?
slow
Breathing,
one.
yeah.
It's almost like it's like meditation.
It's awesome now.
But
yeah,
you're
but
like,
look at they do some sweet moves. Watch
Yeah.
one of those.
all right, I got it. No, I honestly, I
That
don't
just
know
have
much
to
about
hope-
crazy though. Chai tea and Tai Chi.
You just have to hope that the person you're fighting with your chai tea just moves really slowly.
just the super
They're pretty
super
awesome.
slow, super slow.
National Seat Check Day, whatever the hell that is.
C check.
Seat check.
Oh,
Seat
seat
check.
Seat check
C
day.
check has its own
Okay.
day. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Let me see if anybody's sitting in my seat. Nope, we're good.
we're good.
If
I'm
you're-
good. I checked my seat. It's
If he's including C check day, I hate to think what
I
the
had-
ones that he's been cutting out were.
Yeah, right.
yeah, no, I.
right.
Well, I won't even.
You're really
National
screwed.
National Dance Day,
Okay.
All right.
and Responsible Dog Ownership Day.
Ooh,
that
wow,
kinda
two
goes
dog
back to
things.
the
That's
puppy
good.
mill.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
And
good.
that's it for that.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah.
So,
Well, listen, I think for the most part, we wanted to. Let me go ahead and get that.
Oh, we
Switch
wanted to
out, though,
mention-
can I throw out that?
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The Switch squad out
yes,
there.
absolutely.
You know how to bring that up.
Absolutely,
Yesterday was
absolutely.
a big day for Nintendo.
And we're gonna cut to.
We're gonna
no,
cut to
Womp womp womp.
No, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. It's yesterday was a good day for Nintendo fans. Apparently, there's only one of us here, but I'm sure you're out there. They released new hardware. The Switch Lite was so it's $100 cheaper than the regular Switch. You
Oh, well, no,
can't-
that actually is all. How,
pretty
so,
sweet, man.
so the,
Yeah.
the Switch Lite is
Is more like just portable. It doesn't have the ability to take your Joy-Cons off, which are the controllers.
okay.
Or plug it into the television. Until
Okay,
somebody-
all right.
until
But
somebody
either
hacks
way, you
that.
can still play all the same games like Breath of the
All
Wild,
same
all those
games,
games.
absolutely. And
That
it's
actually
only
is
$199, and it looks fly, man. It looks
That's
really
actually
good.
awesome.
It comes in turquoise, yellow,
Yeah.
and gray. And as soon as that dries up, they'll come in polka dots, Mario. You'll,
Yeah,
you'll buy the same.
literally.
They're like a beast when it comes to being able to sell you things you bought 50 times. You'll still buy it.
Yeah.
But
Look at
also,
Pokemon.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, exactly. Link's Awakening. The remaster of the '93 game for Game Boy. It's friggin' awesome, so I'm rocking that.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
there's
yeah.
something
Yeah.
when you're done. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt,
Yeah,
but I don't
no,
want
it's
to
all
forget. There's something I want to bring up before
All
we
right,
end the
so
show.
that's how. So Link's Awakening, the remake Nino Kuno from PS4 last year, or maybe even on the PS3. That was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Joey is so enthused. He's feigning interest so hard. He's like,
It's good, man. It's good. It's
All right,
good.
no, but
No,
and
no,
there's
no,
a
it-
ton,
no, it is-
dude,
it
a
is
huge
cool, man.
Pokemon game coming out. I mean, there's so many
There we
games
go.
we could talk about it forever. Anyway, just shout out to all those Switch boys. I know you're hot right now on all the gaming.
Dude.
Before I forget,
Switch
because
Lite's
we
awesome.
forgot,
I don't know.
It
we
looks
forgot in the last episode. I wanted
Yes.
to talk about a show that I'm watching
Oh,
on
right.
Netflix.
We haven't
and I
done that in a
just-
while.
If
but,
it's a ghost show, I'm gonna.
No,
sock
it's
you.
not, but it's a great show. I mentioned it to you.
Okay.
I don't know if you started watching it,
Well,
but
I
it's
probably
called it's such a great show. I love this show. I enjoyed watching it very much. It's called The Good Place.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
we
the
talked
Good
about
Place
this
with
already,
Tony
right?
Danza.
Oh, we
Did
did
we
talk
talk about it?
I don't- we didn't
I
talk
don't
about it
know.
on
I
my
think-
show.
I
Not
think the
Tony
four of
Danza,
us
with,
talked about
Ted
it.
No,
Danson.
we did.
Did
Yeah,
we talk
Ted
about
We
it on
Danson.
the
100%
podcast?
did talk about this last
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, we chatted a bit about it.
Oh,
On
did
the
we?
Good
Okay.
Place.
Yeah, he just did it quickly though. He just
Yeah,
mentioned
I
if
it.
you want to go
didn't-
back
I
into it, you
thought
can.
No, that's
Yeah.
right. Just
All right,
give it
so
it's in its
in
last
case
season,
I
right?
didn't, I
Yes.
probably maybe forgot. The next season's coming out. This next
Yeah,
one
it's
coming
gonna
out.
be the last
in its
season.
last
It's
season.
great. It's really
Why am I
such a
talking to
fun show.
myself?
It's a fun show to watch.
Yeah, no, it's coming out. Season
Yeah,
4
so
is
put it
coming
out
out
there.
Thursday. Next Thursday is this coming Thursday is the season premiere. Season 4.
Oh, a
It's
lot of good shows coming back out. Right?
Last season, season 4 is its last season. Yeah, a lot of great shows coming out this weekend.
Super show, I like that. Superstore, I like that.
Superstore's
show.
coming
It's fun.
out. South Park's coming back for their 23rd seasons.
Oh
Like
my
probably
gosh.
that might be my favorite show of all time now.
Really?
Honestly, like I got to be
I
honest
just
with you.
outgrew it, I guess.
That's
I used to
Dude,
love
it's
it.
just-
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I don't know.
But a lot of shows coming back. That's good, but Good Place is a great show. We started
like it
watching
too,
it
Joe?
on Netflix. Yeah,
It
no,
is
and
good.
honestly,
No,
it's
it's fine.
great.
I
It's
think
so
I do
easy to
remember
binge
now
watch.
because it's easy to binge watch because the
Yeah.
episodes are very
That's why we
short.
did
They're
it.
Maybe I'll
like
go back
15
into
minutes,
it.
so I do
Yeah,
remember
so you
that.
got Ted Danson and what's her
Kristen
name?
Bell is in
Kristen
it.
Bell,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, it's
very
pretty cool,
funny
man.
show. Interesting concept for an idea for it's
All right,
fun.
maybe I'll go back into it. I
So-
saw
Yeah,
a few-
man.
All right.
few
It's
episodes.
definitely good. And then I think right before we head out, we wanted to give a shout out. The guy, Kurt. Kurt Damas, I guess.
No,
Damas,
let's not go there again.
Still don't
whatever.
know.
We're still
Damus.
not
We'll say
100% sure.
Damus.
Let's
Damus,
just say
yeah.
Kurt.
Anyway, so they wanted to go ahead and say that he is open. His coffee shop.
I think it's open
Grand
this
opening,
weekend.
right?
Hot December Cafe is open. They're having a Sunday brunch this Sunday from 12 to 5 p.m. They're going to have a DJ, a full
that's nice.
menu, and much more. And that is at 145 Windsor Highway in New Windsor, New York. So if you want to check
Do you have
that
a
out,
phone number?
that's a lot of fun.
I love
I don't have
breakfast.
a phone number, no.
All right, so check them out. That was a text that was sent, and so it would be kind of cool. I think I might do that.
Dude, I love
All right,
brunch
cool,
and I
man.
love coffees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
that
good.
sounds
And
good
I
to
love
me.
DJs too.
And I love people who give us tables. So
The
that's all
table.
good. It's a win-win-win.
We'll bring the table with us.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
People
besides,
just don't realize how
sorry.
convenient the table is. It's hard to eat and drink without anything there to put it on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. When
Standard.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you're like us, we leave bowls of potato chips on the table. It just takes up a lot of room. So
We don't do
you
that
gotta make
anymore
room.
because then me and Rob pig out during the whole
Start
show.
eating.
That's so funny. But
We
anyway,
learned our
so
lesson. We learn. We do learn.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes we learn.
from time to time.
Yeah. But, so I think we're going to probably, that'll be it from us today. Thank you for tuning in and listening. And as always, you can find us at our website, looselyrelated.podcast.com. You can listen to us on Apple Podcast, on Spotify, and on Google Play Music. And you can watch us on YouTube. And
Don't forget to
be
hit the
sure
like
to,
and subscribe and hit that
Yeah.
notification button so you can't
Yeah,
so you
if you
don't
want
miss
to keep
anything.
updated.
there you go.
And also
easy.
Facebook, if you want to check out our Facebook page. Did you mention that? If you did,
I did
I'm
not
sorry.
mention Facebook or Twitter.
Or Twitter.
But and Instagram if you want. Social media is a thing. People use it. We don't have a LinkedIn yet, and because we're trying to get our resume together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it's hard to get a cover letter and all that. It just sucks. But yeah. Anyway, so we will see you guys next time. Thanks again for tuning in.
Bye, everybody.
Take it easy.